Okay, let's do this. NBA, NHL, college basketball live betting. Holden Foxy, we are here. Nuke the House, sports betting. Our guy JC Zargo is going to hop on. He might hop on for an hour tonight, Foxy. So we'll talk with him. Is that a Capitals shirt? Is that what I see there?
It is a Capitals shirt.
Yeah, I got a Capitals jersey, a couple of them. Love it. Love it. But so we can talk a little hockey. We got college basketball, Florida Atlantic, UAB. I know you're sweating Georgia State right now.
Yep.
Lot going on tonight, dude. Nice little NBA slate, NHL in action as well. So smash the like button. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Foxy, what do we got coming up here in just a couple of minutes?
All right. Well, we got a couple things to there. We got the Bulls and Magic. We got some plays live, but we'll get into those there. We got the Sixers and Celtics. Tatum is going to play tonight, but everybody else is pretty much going to sit. So no KP, no Jaylen Brown, no Sam Hauser, no Drew Holiday, no Al Horford tonight. Versus Sixers team, that's very interesting. The 14 points is way too many points, I think, in this game. I think they're thinking that Pritchard and White are just going to shoot like they did. And if you want to take them, but just understand, take their threes, because that's if that doesn't happen, it's not happening. And that'll be interesting. I mean, we're taking Quentin Grimes here at 20 points at plus 112. We're taking Kelly Oubre at 17.5 points. Those are the ones I really like. I've taken some threes on White and Pritchard. Again, I took a flyer on Tatum for rebounds, but it's pretty juiced. So, I mean, that's the only thing. Gun to my head, Sixers covered to 14 here. And I took a name as Keita to get 8.5 points, but that's just a personal play. Moving on from that game, we got the Pacers and the Hawks. No Halliburton tonight. So TJ McConnell's going to step in and play point guard tonight. In theory, I expect to see a lot of Nemhard really basically play point guard here. Tonight, we'll kind of see what kind of goes where McConnell doesn't really change that much. He gets a little bit more minutes, but not that big deal. Jarris Walker is going to start tonight. That's not something to normally get. Trae Young is there. Typical lineup that you've had: Okongwu, Mogi, Risa Shea, and Dyson Daniels. Really not a lot in here. If you want to take, I've taken a nibble on Trae Young's 11.5 assists. He's done that in 4 of the last 5 games. He really, until last game, hasn't been scoring that much. So, but this should be an up and down game. I actually think the pace is a little bit too high here because this was basically based on Halliburton, 242. I've taken a little bite of the under, nothing officially here. It should be an interesting game to watch. Should go back and forth. You got the Warriors and Nets. This is another game. I think it's just too many points. The Nets generally play people close. The Warriors generally on the road play to their competition. Won't be shocked if the Nets cover 11 points here. Not really sure why it's 11. Cam Thomas is going to play. We're going to take Cam Thomas over 20 points tonight. We like that. I've taken some flyers on Stephen Curry at 5.5 assists, but that's juice. I've taken a small flyer on the 8 assists. He's done that in 3 of the last 5. He's also done that in 2 of the last 3 versus the Nets. So it's not a bad look to be able to take.
Hey, by the way, real quick, are the Celtics going to win this game tonight?
They should, yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm with you. I mean, they should, but
they should. But I mean, again, I think I wouldn't be shocked if the Sixers hang in there for a while. And you're hoping on Drew Peterson, Namus Keita, Luke Cornett, not exactly a bunch of guys that have proven that they can fit in if Derek White is not shooting the ball well or if Pritchard's not shooting the ball well. So it should be kind of interesting. We're taking Draymond Green over 9.5 points. That's already on the sheet. We've been writing that for a while.
I hope everything's on the sheet.
He got 8. Not everything's been on the sheet, but I'll go through it. I'll take.
All right, just real quick on Draymond. So we're going back to his points tonight.
Yep.
They just don't want to put it over 10, and you can get it at even money 9.5 for Draymond. So why not?
Yep, agreed.
Right?
Yes,
I got you on that.
I definitely like the Draymond Green play from that play. mean, there's a lot of small sprinkles to taking some shots there. Derek White, 20 points. I don't think is on the sheet, but that does a half unit play.
All right. I'm just a disaster right now. So,
all right, I'll put it on.
All right. Yep. Thank you. I apologize. To you, friend. But
that's all right. I mean, should be the really think the Nets game is going to be kind of interesting. And I think the Celtics game there, because obviously this is on TNT too. So it's kind of an odd game to have on TNT, but I'll make sure I didn't put this already on.
Yeah, let me get I got to get your Draymond play. And I got 2 plays for the Lakers game tonight too. Lakers Knicks. I'm really looking forward to that game. Just want to let you know. I think the Lakers win.
It's fishy.
What's fishy about it?
It's fishy. You're talking about a team that's under 500 versus teams with winning records, and the line's going down.
I know. I saw it this morning at 4.5, 5. I bought it at 3, and then now I don't know what the hell we got.
And now it's 2.5.
So what's so fishy about it, though? I don't understand it. And the other thing I love from this game, I put Luka over 3.5 threes. He has chucked up 25 threes over the last 2 games. Okay. That's the first thing with this guy. I was going to look at his points and assists too, but I like the points more or the threes more. So I got a decent juice is all I can say. Thank you, Maddie. That's what we'll do. Last night, we got the Jokic rebounds home. We got the Davion Mitchell. We did not get the triple-double, and the Nuggets win. The triple-double, the assists just weren't there for Jokic, so we went 2-1. But I like Luka over 3.5 threes. I think he goes bananas tonight. I might, unless it gets juiced up, I'll probably hit him to get 5 threes tonight. But, man, the Lakers are just playing too well, dude. And I get it. It's fishy. You're shaking your head. I can't.
I have no issue with someone taking it, but he's hit it in 2 of the last 5 games. And you sit there and say, if OG Anunoby plays, he's going to play Doncic straight up.
He's banged up too.
He's banged up, but that's why they'll put him on Doncic. I mean, you don't need to have much. You need to just tell the ref, hey, when he pushes off with the right hand, can you call it, please? And they have the pieces defensively. Now, again, they haven't played winning teams very well all year. So you're a line on a 2.5 at home in LA. You're basically saying right now that this game would be even on a neutral court, which you don't really have neutral courts in NBA, but that's essentially what you're saying. And the line is extremely fishy for why this is 2.5.
Yeah, I get it. I just broke it down.
Are they sitting there because Reeves going to play or come back and they're going to have a little bit different? Vandy for 4.5 technicals. Yeah, you're probably right about that. He is the most. He's becoming one of the cheapest guys in basketball. Again, it's going to be very interesting in the playoffs because he's definitely getting in a fight. In one game. I don't think the only thing I can sit there and look at and go defensively, the Knicks could match up. Karl Anthony Towns should have about 30 points in this game. There just shouldn't be any switch whatsoever in stopping Karl Anthony Towns. They should be able to pull Jackson Hayes out of the paint if they want to, and Towns is going to sit there and shoot threes all day. Or they can go down low if they want, and they should be able to own the boards back this game. I'm interested to see if Mitchell Robertson's going to go, and I'm interested to see if OG is going to go. Those are 2 guys I am looking that I'd like to see go. I like the Lakers. I will also flat out tell you, I've had 7 teams, which I've had parlays with 5 parlays closing or not on the last game. Detroit last night, I had 5 parlays. They lost outright.
Why are you 5 parlaying a team, though? Come on, Foxy, you're better than that.
No, I'm not 5. I have 5 different parlays closing on the Lakers money line.
Oh, okay. I get
that happens. Sorry. When that happens for the last 7 games, they've all lost. So I'm just telling you, I'm taking it towards the Lakers because I'd love for them to lose this game. But I don't have a problem. It will definitely cost me money if it does. But
yeah. Well, let me give you the thought process too, because I was just looking at. I got all the numbers on Luka here for his threes.
I don't
took
have
him
any
a while. It took him a while to get back into the flow. He didn't play for what, 3 months, 2 months? And I think these last 2 games, he's just finding the groove. This team has been remarkable. Now you got the Knicks going all the way out to Los Angeles tonight. I think it's going to be a great game, but, and I know it's never nice when you have to look at a line and it's dropping 2 points. Like, that's a lot of sharp money coming in is what it's got to be. Unless it's just, no, there's no way it could be anything but sharp money. So it's fishy, but this team is red hot right now. It is a banged up. I don't think Mitch Rob goes tonight. It's a banged up Knicks team, and I don't think you could stop Luka, is all I'll say. I don't care about OG Anunoby. I don't think you can stop this guy right now. He's about to go on a monster run.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. So Oubre's back at the line for the second time tonight, and he's got, I believe, 4 points. We'll see if Grimes can get in the mix. That's what the Oubre I love. Grimes a little bit concerning for me, but who the hell else is going to score, right? Who else is going to score for the Sixers tonight? Edwards has 5 points. Justin Edwards has 5 points right off the bat. Here's another guy who went to Kentucky.
Grimes has 89 points in his last 3 games.
I know he's going nuts, but can he do it again tonight?
It's going to be there. Yeah, it's going to be him being able to hit outside shots and go through. So it's 11-9. It's not exactly like they're blowing them away.
Derek White has 8 already. Is this guy scoring 35 again tonight? 40 points?
Again, take his threes. He's hit 2 threes. I figured him, Tatum, and Pritchard are just going to come down for the most part and just shoot a 3.
Chuck it.
They're just going to be chucking threes all night. So I don't think so, because I think in the end of the game, I would see Tatum stealing the ball away.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just say hey to everybody one more time. We got a lot of people in here. I know you got a lot on your mind. What up, Fathead? Thanks for all your work last night. You helped us out. I love it. We got the sharpest chat in the world. Smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, guys and girls. Gnarly got here early. Of course, our boy Ramon's in the house. Ramon, anytime you want to hop on, let's do it. Our guy Daniel Barry's here. Yes, I love you, Matt. It's great to see you in here. So Fathead's on Vanderbilt over 5.5 rebounds. Your college plays.
I don't have.
Okay. Let me just say this. Foxy is killing it in college basketball. Like, again, I don't know what your numbers are, but every time I bet one of your college plays, they go through. I'm pissed off I didn't get on your Georgia State play tonight. Really bothered by it, to be perfectly honest with you, because what are they up by still? They're only up by 2.
Yep.
Whoa, maybe I can get in here. What was the line you had on Georgia State flop?
Plus 2.5.
All right, now we're getting plus 1.5. I don't want 1.5. I want 2.5. Okay. Well, for those of you that did not get in on Georgia State,
it's going to be,
they were up 9 points. And I was like, oh, shit, I missed the bet. But things have gotten very, very close in this game.
Yep.
Very close.
Getting close on this game. I'm really watching this UAB game. That kind of goes back and forth. I've got a couple things in St. Peter's. Seeing if they can relive, get a little Peacock pride here over Niagara. I'm trying to put the games that I have right now.
Didn't we have a bet in the NHL last night for tonight, or was that last night? I don't even remember anymore.
That was last night. It was Anaheim, and Mel gave Anaheim to score first.
Did it hit?
Anaheim to win the game over. That did not happen.
Neither one of them happened? Okay.
No, the Anaheim scored first, but the money line one lost.
All right. Here's my concern about Georgia State.
I don't know who it was.
Okay. So Georgia State's who we want. Georgia State minus 3.5. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting there on that bet tonight. Shit, that sucks. Oh well, you miss one. Hopefully you get it back in the other ones. But yes, and then Derek White over 19.5 points. If you didn't get that in, it's dead.
I'm on Rice tonight.
Okay.
They win this game versus Shocker. Should be an interesting game. The Shocker should be a better team, but again, this is kind of that game where you're going in. It's the end of the season. You're not technically in conference play yet. Tournament play here. There's really nothing for the Shockers in this game, so I'm taking Rice.
What do you think of Derek White to get 30 at plus 150? Because he's got 8. Is that just chasing at this point? Because I don't want to take his number. It's 7 points off the close. But
and the question for him to get there would be for him to have 16 points at the break.
Yeah.
And which is a possibility there, but he played a ton of minutes. So that would be the one worry I'd have in this game is how many minutes is he really going to go tonight?
Yeah, I don't know.
And the fact they didn't start Pritchard, is that because they're basically just going to be substituting Pritchard and White?
Yeah. Gnarly's smart. He's on all your NCAA plays. What up, Awkward Roof? Good to see you back in the house. Thoughts on Michigan State to win the Big Ten tonight? Big Ten championship. The Big Ten.
It's not the Big Ten championship tonight, or a Big Ten game.
Maybe to win the Big Ten conference. I don't know. What do you think of Michigan State, Iowa tonight?
I mean,
if you hadn't looked at it, no big deal. We got so many other things going on.
I haven't. I didn't. I knew it wasn't a conference tourney game, but do they win the Big Ten if they win this game? I mean, look. I kind of didn't even look at it because I was looking at conference tourney games.
So yeah, they can win the conference tonight.
Yeah,
they got a game lead on Michigan.
Yeah, so they got a game lead. They win the Big Ten on this. Let me go with my spreadsheet.
Yeah, so let's get him. I just want to bring up a couple things. We were talking about Cat earlier with the Knicks and the Lakers. Draymond Green Cat didn't play against the Heat because he was against the Warriors because he was avoiding Jimmy Butler. And what he didn't know is that his girlfriend has cancer, or his aunt died from cancer, I should say. His aunt died from cancer. And Cat had 44 on the Heat when he had Butler earlier this year. So Draymond says a lot of dumb things. I love Draymond. He's a punk.
I like Michigan. My numbers have Michigan State winning this game, but they have it right at the line. So I don't bet things right at the line. No, the line's 7.
The line's 7 now, so it's not 5 anymore.
The line's 7. So it was maybe. I had it as a 6-point game.
No,
what I thought. So,
hey, no. Iowa is not an easy place to play either. Just to let everybody know that is a very difficult place to play. But Michigan State, they got a chance to wrap
again from an Iowa perspective. This is nothing to play for.
Yeah, I don't buy that in college. I don't buy that in college.
I buy that tremendously in college because they're kids. And kids, when nothing is on the line, tend to not give their all. I'm not saying they're not giving effort, but they're not going to make the extra play. They're not diving into
their last game is coming up here, right? So Iowa's 6-12 in the conference, 15-14 overall. But these guys ain't going to the tournament. This is the end of the line for a lot of them. A couple more games left and their career's done. So I agree with you a lot. I don't agree with you on this one. I think Iowa comes out and gives an effort.
They're going to the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, they'll get bounced.
But you're not going to
get games. Isn't this the final game for the final home game for Iowa? And wouldn't this be senior night? I'm looking out there.
I would think they have something Saturday or Sunday, and they do. They have Nebraska.
Okay, at home.
At Nebraska.
So this is going to be senior night. If this is their last home game, this is going to be. Oh, and also with Michigan State, they have lost 3 straight in Iowa City. Look, I'm not saying Iowa's going to win. I'm just saying if you think this is a layup for Michigan State, this is not a layup tonight.
I didn't say a layup. I said it was.
I know you didn't say that, but if anybody out there's thinking this is just a layup, I almost want to take the points with Iowa right now, but I didn't study it enough to do it. But looking at it on the surface, I don't think this is going to be a runaway for Michigan State at all.
Under 2 minutes to go. We'll watch this Georgia Southern game go down at the edge.
Yeah. What's the score?
73-71.
Oh. Georgia State's 3.5-point favorites, though. All right. I'll have to. I thought you might have even talked about that last night because I remember talking about Valdosta, Georgia. That's where Georgia Southern, I believe, is. But Sun Belt Conference tournaments there. We got the West Coast Conference tourney, San Diego Pacific. We will wait on some other bigger teams in the conference to play. Patriot League Conference tournament. Army Colgate. Army is getting hammered 46-23. So that's likely going to be an automatic bid this year, right?
A lot of people at Northern Alabama tonight.
Okay, so. Northern Alabama. Do you have Northern Alabama tonight?
I do. I have him on the money line and in the line.
Got a shout out to my man Foxy. Didn't even remember we had the bet. Indiana State, he gave out +1.5. They lost by a point. We won.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. That game was a good game back and forth going forward. So, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I've got Rice a little bit later tonight. We'll go through, and I haven't looked at for Friday. I'll try to do that before I go to bed. Yeah.
We'll get it.
Lots to be going on. So,
yep. So I just want to say something that's not sports related. Today I had Mexican food on an empty stomach at 1 p.m.
That's not good.
Not a good scene.
No,
not a good scene. You might, those 2-minute breaks that I take for water might turn into 10-minute breaks tonight.
It's fine.
Yeah. Draw your own conclusion. Steve Lavin led San Diego to a 5-25 regular season record, got a contract extension. San Diego beats Portland to advance in the West Coast Conference tournament. Ramon, would you freaking hit me up already? I want you to do stuff with us during the tournament. I don't know. What are you waiting for, Ramon? He just ignores me.
Again, they played Pacific, though. I mean, the game was almost basically a pickup. It was a 2-point line here. So, got 2:07 left. Georgia State's up 74-71. 3-point game here. Just under 2.
God, I wish I was sweating that with you. It's frustrating. So Derek White's up to 10 points now. Boy, Kelly Oubre's got 4, and Grimes is on the bench with nothing.
Yeah, he missed a couple shots.
4 minutes to go in the first half.
Uselis is off to a nice start. He's got 8 already. So
White has 10. Tatum has 9, 4, and 1. We've got Chicago, Orlando well underway. 8 minutes left in the first half. Goga Batadze, 8 points. Boncaro, 6, 3, and 2. Anthony Black, 5, 2, and 1. And then your boy Bazelis, 8, 1, and 1.
Yep.
Oh, Kobe White has 11 already. Whatever happened to that steals prop you were giving us all the time? Did that just go away?
The line, they don't always give you everybody at steals. They sometimes give you like 2 guys. I don't know why they're allowed to do that. I'd be like, look, all 5 guys can get a steal. Like, give me a number on there and just give me a number. That's all you got to do. You can make it. You don't want me to bet it? Fine, then put the juice. But don't sit there and have it where it's not. Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn up 18-5 on Golden State right now. Wow, 18-5. We're waiting on Draymond to get on the board. He's got an assist. That's all he's got. But
5 points, yeah.
Halfway through. Curry's got 3 of the 5, and Moody's got the other one. But you're still not sold on Golden State, right? You think they're coming back down to the
I don't think they have any size. I think the one added advantage for the rest of the West with Dallas going out is you lost the second team with size. That was going to be the biggest team in the playoffs, which would have been an Achilles heel of the Lakers, Achilles heel of the Warriors, Achilles heel of OKC, having all that size. So now you basically have Denver and Minnesota as the only teams with real size.
Okay.
So you got a lot of teams that are going to play a lot of small ball because that's just the way they're constructed.
Okay. What else do we have going on tonight? So we got the college basketball and then the NHL slate this evening. Utah, Detroit. Let's see. Any games coming up later? There's got to be like 3, right? It's a big slate tonight. Seattle, Nashville later on, Calgary, Edmonton, and San Jose at Colorado. So if Mel stops by, I'm sure she'll give us a San Jose, Colorado update. And our Blue Jackets are down 1-0 to Florida at the end of 1.
Yeah, most of the games were pretty early for hockey this year.
Mm-hmm.
They started at 7 typically, and I mean we'd have to do the show at 6:50 to get those.
No, we're not doing that.
No, it's just more difficult to do.
Oh,
So we do have one 8 o'clock basketball game getting ready to tip off here.
Let's go. I will write your bets down right now, pal.
Because they actually need to be put in the system. We have Zion over 23.5. That might be in there. I'm not really sure.
I'll put it in there again.
Basically going against this really small Rockets front line. There, Jamari Smith moves to the bench. So Tari Eason is going to get the start on this team. So we're on Jabari Smith at 6.5 rebounds. It's kind of
Jabari at 6.5 rebounds.
Start.
So if you wanted to get the Zion line, the best numbers at Bet Rivers Sugar House, 20. No, it's not. It's 23.5 minus 106 at FanDuel. That's going to be the best number that you get. Jabari Smith rebounds for anybody that's interested in putting that bet in and tailing our guy Foxy. Jabari Smith is at, he's at 5.5 minus 130. Did that come down?
He was expected to start. And they pushed him back. But he's got the points off the bench, so I'm still fine with it.
Okay.
Tari Eason is going to get the start, which is kind of an interesting move for them. What's there? I was going to actually switch it to Tari Eason 6.5 rebounds as well. Do
you want to get rid of the Smith then?
No, it's there. I've already placed the bet. Okay. I'm riding it. I'm perfectly fine with riding it. But I'm going to put Tari Eason at 6.5 rebounds, coming off a massive game where he had 14. They're trying to play a little bit out quick, is what they're going to try to do here, versus Kelly Olynyk on the other side from Appel's side. So I do like that. I think Zion has a pretty good game. I have Trey Murphy over 4.5 assists at plus 116. We're going to take that for a half unit. I'll put that on the sheet.
Okay. And then Jabari Smith, the best number you're going to get, again, Bet Rivers Sugar House plus 114, 6.5 rebounds to the over. You can also get a plus 10 at FanDuel if you want to hit that. So if you had to say, what is your best bet from this game? What's your best bet from this game?
Zion.
All right. Let me get the Zion in there then. Zion over 23.5 points. And we'll do that at FanDuel. If you're tailing us, good evening. If you miss any plays, you got to be a subscriber, get in our Discord. Foxy puts all his plays up there. I type it in during the show as well. So make sure you check it out. If you're not a subscriber, you can be a subscriber still. We'll give you a free week, nukethehouse.com. The code is up here. What is it? NASCAR. We got our NASCAR is back. Right yep. NASCAR is back is our code for a free week. So sign up for any plan. We won't charge you after a week unless you want to be charged, and then we'll go from there. All right, the Zion bet's in. Let's go. We need Grimes to get going. And you know what I like from Kelly Oubre? He only has 4 points, but he's taking it to the rack a whole bunch. So he's being aggressive, and we'll see if we can get him to 18 points tonight. It's just a slow start for the Sixers, like normal. Tatum's got 11. Derek White's sitting on the bench with 10. That's what I'm sweating with you right now. Throw your best bets in the chat. We love getting your best bets. And then on top of that, where's Onyx tonight? He throws best bets in there all the time. If you got any questions about bets like Awkward Roof had, go for it. Throw it down here.
Best. All right, Georgia State's up by 7 with 30 seconds to go.
God, that tilts me when I don't tail your plays. When I miss a good bet, too. But
did you get Illinois State earlier or no?
When did that game start?
That was 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I did not get Illinois State.
Yeah, so I hit the 1 o'clock Missouri Valley Conference. I hit the 3 o'clock Missouri Valley Conference, and trying to hit Georgia State here.
Oh, you know what I did? The Grimes number got out of hand, so I went Grimes 15, Oubre 15, and then bet Oubre on the other side. Grimes 15, Oubre 15. Oh, and Celtics money line plus 126. Again, not a great EV bet when you're doing same game parlays, but I wanted to get in on that bet, and to have Grimes at 15 is good. I mean, he could come in and, drain it, come in and get a quick 5 points, and we're right back on track. Oof.
You do got to love conference tourneys when you're fouling down 8.
Well, yeah, it's conference. These guys, again, it's the end of the line, end of the road.
19 seconds left, down 8. Sorry. You can
Well, I mean, these guys want to stay on the court. This is it. This is it for a lot of them. They're never going to get on the court again.
It's time to shake hands. It's time to shake hands. There is a time in the game where it's like it's just not going to happen. And realize that and move on. Yeah.
All right. Let me bring a little levity into the show. Okay. Can we bring some levity into the show? You want some?
Try. Yep.
All right. Here. We love levity on this show. Okay. Here you go, buddy. New York City police detective faces backlash after appearing in rap video wearing a G-string. Where's this girl from? Where's this girl been my whole life? Look at that. Problem is that guy said the ass stink, and I don't like that. Now I got to turn it off. But boy, what's going on with police officers these days? They're going nuts. Fathead Tatum looks like he's going for 40. Well, the only concern we got is that this is a blowout.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to take it. Trust me, I want to get in with you, but it's a 12-point lead after one. I mean, we're still in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, but oof. The Nets are up 22. So here we go again with the blowouts in the NBA. 27-5, the Nets on top of the Warriors. Oh, no, they got 2 points, 27-7. Good for you. My good, 27-5 at one point. What's going on? I mean, you said the Warriors, they were minus 550 on the money line coming into this game. I wonder if at any point we want to just hop on Golden State to come back from 20 points down and win this game. I'm not going for it though. No question. I'm just going to stay away. And then we got New Orleans, Houston. Foxy just gave out the plays there. That game starts in a couple of minutes. And then later on tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, Knicks at the Lakers on TNT and Max.
Yep. Georgia State wins by 9.
Good job, Foxy. Good job.
We'll take plus 2.5 too. So, yep.
Nice way for a Chacho. Proud of you. He's another winner.
Yeah, I had Tatum going for 25 points with a bunch of with Derek White. So
my God, Tatum just stole the ball, and then there's a missed shot. And he rebounded it and he put it back. I think Tatum might get 40 in 3 quarters.
It's possible.
22 or 2.5.
I took a plus 162 just to nibble it.
Can Lonnie Walker stop filling it up here? And please.
I love Lonnie Walker.
Yeah, but I didn't bet him tonight, so I don't give a shit about him. I want Uber.
He's back from Russia and being able to find his groove here. So
I mean,
forward starters night, and that's the part we need to get going. Yeah, Vassili's
did you know I'm on travel restrictions? I can't go to Russia. I can't go to Cuba because of my last name and the fact that I was married to a woman that ran Air Force One. There's just certain places in the world I can't go, but I don't think I want to go to Russia anyways. Who wants to go to Russia? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Unless you want like a mail order bride, there's no reason to go to Russia.
Yeah, I'm not sure Russia would be even anywhere near on my list. So
Fathead took Tatum 40 plus. You're only getting plus 135, but on the other side, he's got 18, and we just finished the first quarter.
Yep.
Now he's going to sit, right?
Where are we at the end of the first? Yeah, he'll sit now.
He's going to sit, so I'll wait a little bit, and we'll see if we can get back on that. But, yeah, it's an 11-point game after one. That might be a halftime thing. Then again, it might be too late to jump on at halftime. I just want to see if it's a 20-point game at the half. I'm not going to bother.
Richard made his first 3, so he's coming in through right now.
Okay, good. Get in there, buddy. Get in there. And, Golden State erupting for 8 points in just a couple of minutes. The problem is Draymond's been sitting on the bench. So it's 31-15 now.
Yep.
Big lead is getting chopped down. 22 is down to 16. Chef Curry is shooting like a mofo, and Gary Payton II's in there.
It's early.
Yeah, it's very early. We got a lot of just 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have a 5th game starting in the NBA. We're sweating college basketball tonight. Smash the like button, ring the bell. Let's go have some fun.
All right, Bacelis has got 11, so he needs a point.
So Fathead's like he took the Tatum at 40 plus, but he also likes the 37.5 minus 10. Again, I think we wait. You're actually talking about what, 45 cents a juice? Might as well just take the 40.
Yeah.
But I'll sit. I'm going to sit and wait. But Tatum's definitely on the radar this evening. No doubt about it.
If you got it -10, how are you looking at 45 cents worth of juice?
Plus 135 for 40.
Oh, you're talking about, okay.
Let me clear it up then. So
yes,
37.5 minus 10.
Because right now FanDuel has the 37.5, but it's -130.
No,
that's where
you're not going to bet it there. Yeah. You're not going to bet it there. No, that's not the play this evening. So again, we'll focus on hockey a little later. Zargo will hop on and hang out with us, but again, this is the first year in ages I'm not watching these small tournaments. I love these small tournaments. There's just so much on the line. There's so much on the line. Like, you have to win your conference tournament or your season's over for a lot of the small ones. So that's great. Mother Russia is back. Olympics, hockey tournaments, figure set. Fuck them. Fuck them. Sorry. Not sorry. I grew up during the Cold War. You did too, Ramon. Come on, man. Just some things can never die. And my hatred, it just continues. I even said this last night. I don't want Ovechkin to break Gretzky's record. It's too bad. It's going to happen. And I do love Ovechkin. I'm out, bro. I'm out. This isn't even politics. It's just personal. They used to make us, you're old enough. You lived through the Cold War too. They used to make us hide. Kids now have like fire drills and shit. We had nuclear bomb dropping drills where they would make us get under our desks.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Yep. Now, I always thought sitting under your desk during a nuclear bomb would not help you at all, but apparently it does, because the big issue is a lot of dust and glass and stuff's going to be blown around. So hanging out under your desk might have helped you a little bit. But the kids got to go through lockdown drills for shooters. It happens every other month here at my kid's school. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Better chance of that happening than a nuclear bomb dropping on your school. Derek White is out there just chucking up threes. The Sixers. Come on, Oubre, get your shit together. We need points, bro, Chacho. Not messing around with this anymore. Come on, Oubre. Come on, and Grimes. Grimes isn't even on. Oh, he is on the floor now. Oubre just free. Let's go. Come on, Kelly Oubre. That's what I want to see. So I didn't have a chance to tell all your plays tonight. Like I said, I was super busy this afternoon, but it would be nice to see our guy Grimes actually put some points up.
Torrey Craig scoring. All right, here comes Grimes into the middle, kick it off to Andre Drummond.
No, stop kicking it off, bro. We don't need it.
Well, Drummond should have laid that in. The fact that he missed that was hilarious. We get the Shireman tonight.
Shireman's in there?
Yeah.
Shire?
Oh, Shireman.
Shireman. Just Shireman. All right. Oubre's up to 7. We need him to get to 18.
Yeah. Famous Jackrabbit.
Somehow I ended up on Amen Thompson over 13.5 assists and rebounds.
You ended up on what?
Amen Thompson over 13.5 assists and rebounds.
Okay. It's a possibility.
Let's go, Amen. There's a lot of stuff that's a possibility. I mean, Draymond Green could actually get off his ass and start scoring, but we haven't seen that yet. 35, 15 minutes.
So he tends to do a little bit better when that there, because I will tell you, when Fred VanVleet came back, that team was lost. That team had no clue what they were supposed to be doing. Yeah. You had who was playing point guard, who was not, and everything have. So
that's too bad, because he's a good player, VanVleet.
He is, and I mean they're going to have to figure it out, because it's going to be something they will want in the playoffs. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
So we're going to cut the show about 30 minutes short tonight, because at 10 Eastern time, that's Deep, our MMA pod with Johnny and Tommy coming on right after us, and then we got the NASCAR prop show coming on right after that. So if you are awake and you want some winners, that's Deep, the MMA pod. Where is Tommy Z? And then NASCAR props. No Fred, no Bet Fred. Is that a thing? How many of these betting companies have gone out of business already? Is Bet Fred even in business? I guess they are still in business in Europe. Oof. So many of these. Let me just say this. And Ramones in Vegas and anybody else that knows this business, these sports books that went into business and went all over the country are getting their asses kicked, and they should. They should have just focused on a couple of states and not worry about all these national advertisements. Just focus on a couple states.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing where you have Fanatics. Fanatics you have some of these things being dual purpose. Like Fanatics is selling their jerseys, then they're also can sell their
Fanatics.
ESPN obviously has a massive platform to there. I don't think ESPN.
But they're not doing good. They're not doing good.
I mean, either is MGM, and MGM is advertising like crazy. MGM in most states is about 8%.
Yeah, because they're going to be the third biggest. They're going to stick around. They're not going anywhere. So I don't blame them for doing that. You also, why aren't these books making money? Like they're taking, it's almost impossible not to make money. So I guess it's just because they're spending so much on advertising, they're not making a profit. DK just started turning a profit. FanDuel has a profit. And then the rest of them, nothing. I'll tell you the book I miss is PointsBet. Oh, God, they just gave us the best player props. They were a company that was out here in Denver. They're from Australia, but they folded too. It's too bad.
Yeah. I mean, whatever happened to Sport Trade?
Sport
Trade. I know they opened up
Virginia, still alive?
New Jersey, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I talked with them, but
yeah,
I think somebody said something in the Discord that they didn't like. So what am I going to do? I tried. We got Odd Shopper now. That's a great platform. We got a couple subscribers on Odd Shopper. And then we've got God, I can't wait to just give the big announcement. It's just sitting here, man. The announcement's sitting. I'm waiting for the paperwork to go through, but this is going to be a really big boost for Nuke the House. I cannot wait to announce what we got going. Let's see here.
Cut this back down to 8. Grimes hit his first 3. That's good. He's got 5 rebounds already. That's the other sneaky thing that he's been doing, and I forgot to take that. Damn it.
All right, I got some Charles Barkley audio I want to play, okay? We're going to go here. This is Charles Barkley tonight, and this has something to do with some stupid LeBron-Jordan debate. Again, when we were growing up, it was should Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame? Now it's LeBron versus Jordan, which freaking drives me up the wall. I'm a Jordan guy, but I totally see the argument for LeBron. He's just been around so long. Here we go.
Fool idiot on TV talking about the Lakers save the NBA.
Save the NBA?
Yeah. He's an idiot and a fool, but he know who he is. What's his name, Shaq?
Which one you talking about?
Kendrick Perkins. Oh, the Lakers. First of all, the Lakers have had a great 2 weeks. He said the Lakers saved the NBA season. That's because them fools on the other network, which we're going to be working for next year, that's all they talk about. Y'all are idiots because y'all talk about the Lakers and the Warriors all the time. Y'all don't, you fools on other networks, which we're going to become fools next year. We'll be working on that network.
All right, what do you think about that? First of all, I'll tell you what I think about it. The first thing is that Charles is just going to shit all over ESPN when he's there, and he don't give a fuck if he gets fired. So I love it. I absolutely love it. Second of all, Kendrick Perkins, I don't want to say the guy's not smart because he found his way onto television, but he doesn't think before he speaks. He just says dumb shit. He's pooped on Jokic for years. I mean,
understand he's not also in charge of what they're saying.
Well,
some producer that's wrote, this is what they're going to talk about at this point, and this is what they're going to have, because people always want to debate it because it's there. There is no debate. Michael's better, but it's just it's not even close.
I think it's close, but yeah. But now we're getting it. We just got sucked into it. Let's not get sucked into the debate, Fox.
As soon as he realizes he's the queen, there's nothing. Yeah, number of defensive battles, number of scoring champions, number of titles. The biggest difference with LeBron was he's played more games. He's played more games because Michael went to go play baseball for 3-4 years.
Wow.
Michael quit at a much younger age too.
Yeah. So, well, there's something to be said about longevity, but I also think that whatever LeBron's taken, I want.
Your body has a lot to do with longevity, and his body's always been bigger and stronger.
But it also has to do with whatever he's taking.
Right. It's like guys who sit there and look at Wilt, and they're like, "Oh, Wilt was the tremendous player." you want to talk about playing versus guys, really, for the most part, except for Bill Russell. Most teams had nobody who could stop. They just didn't have that type of athlete on your roster to do anything about it. And in a thing where it was basically no holds barred, he just pushed you around. It's like watching Shaq.
Wilt. Yeah. I would say Wilt is probably more dominant than Shaq. And Shaq's the most dominant NBA player I've ever seen from a physical standpoint. Like
he is, but Shaq has allowed something that's grown in the league, and it's something that's actually illegal. But they allowed Shaq to do it, and then the guards have basically adjusted it. Luka does it as well. You can't jump stop and then stop. Like Shaq used to take his big jump into the lane,
mm-hmm.
and that was there, and then he'd stop. He'd fake pump. He'd go through that. That's called a travel. Your jump stop was your step, which means you must go up with it right away. You must step again. You can't take a step in the NBA, 2 steps, and then stop. You can't do that.
But you can, though, apparently.
It's a travel, but they allowed to do it. But then as soon as they allowed Shaq to do it, then you basically had guards start doing it. They hop step in the lane. Luka's one of the guys who does all the time, and he does it, and he takes use of size. It's a hop into the post. Then he stands there and he fake pumps 3 times in there. By that point, it's already a travel. But the fact of what you can't get me started, Luka. You would never want me to ever ref a game because I would be like, carry. That's another carry. I mean, that would be his whole entire night. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious that the hesitation dribble is supposed to be hand on the side. If the hand's under the bottom on a hesitation dribble, that's a carry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of NBA guys do it. They allow a lot of guys. That's one of the things I love about college basketball. They actually call that. If you sit there and that's travel. So it's just it's funny when guys are like, oh, he's got such a handle. Well, if you allow him to carry it so much, the professor is the greatest handle in the world, but he carries it at almost every other dribble. So, I mean, I do love it. They're like, oh, it's such a great move. It was a carry. That's why it's a great move. Yeah, I'm going to go fire. I will go different. Yes, from your perspective, he's going to have a script. They're going to talk about different things. There's a difference of also doing a pre-game show or a post-game show versus a talking head show, which is what Perk is talking about there. So you're going to talk about Michael. You're going to talk about the flavor of the month versus talking the Cavs.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue talking about the Warriors. The Warriors played well. The Lakers have played well. There's no doubt about it. I'm waiting to see the shoe drop, but maybe it drops. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm 100% wrong.
Yeah. Lakers have not saved the NBA. They've won 7 games in a row. Okay. Yep. Now, the Lakers-Knicks is a huge game. If it was Lakers-Knicks in the NBA Finals, then forget about it. Then the Lakers and the Knicks saved the NBA. The NBA product is horrible. We like betting on it. It's a good sport to bet, but it's not a fun sport to watch with all the blowouts and with the guys not trying and the team's not trying. Second thing is Shaq dropped some F-bombs on the NBA product, right? So that show inside the NBA, Shaq and Barkley just shit on the league nonstop. I love it because they're speaking the truth. It's not good for the game. Like if I'm Silver, I'm not happy about it. If I'm Adam Silver, I'm not happy about this. Okay. But not good. Hey, by the way, Mel said the Anaheim goal that we cashed that.
Yes, that's what I said. We cashed the Anaheim goal, first goal. There was a couple other plays that I believe didn't cash. Anaheim to win the game did not cash.
Didn't bet that.
And there was an under in another game. I don't know what game it was.
Yeah, Mel, what was the under you had us on? Because that one, I don't know if that hit or not. I've been so busy with shit today that it's not sports related. I've had no shot really. I did a little research this morning, threw a couple bets in, and now I'm all over these games. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm happy. All right, with Leafs Knights, did that win Awkward Roof? I don't know. But nice call on the first goal at plus money because no matter what, I put 2 NHL bets in there last night and plus 30. No matter what, we won money. Inside the NBA will be produced by so ESPN will be sold to ESPN. Okay. It didn't? All right. So 0.3 units we were up last night. I'll take it. It's a profit, bro.
Yep.
It's a profit. I'm absolutely fine with it. Let's get people caught up on what's going on. Before we do that, smash the like button if you haven't already. Come on. Help us out.
We hit Kevin Herter. Kevin Herter cashed in the first half.
Good job. Ring the bell. Let's go ring the bell. Subscribe to our channel. You're already cashing guys here with Kevin Herter. Oubre's got 9. Grimes has 3. All right.
It's your favorite. I know. After like 10 seconds, you are
like it. I like it, but we can't let it go too long because then I just get sucked into it. Tatum's got 18. He's back in the game. There's 5:55 to play in the first half. Celtics up 11.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up with around 25, 26 at halftime.
You think in these last 6 minutes, he's going to get that much? So maybe we want to look at his number.
I mean, at this point, what number are you looking at? The 40 is probably gone.
Why? He hasn't scored. He just came back in the game. Why would that be gone?
I mean, it's okay. I thought he's been playing.
No, he just got back in the game a little bit ago.
Okay.
So the 40's still alive. Because he's sitting at 18 now. Let me see, because I might hit that fathead. I might get in on. I got to see if that number came down to 35.5, maybe. Because if it did, that's almost an auto bet at this point. No, he's up to 38.5. So yeah, the 40 is basically it's plus.
That's
15.
your only play. When I looked at it, it was plus 102. So that's why they basically just blew right up past the 38.5 and just said, okay, it's gonna be fun.
Hopefully he'll just not score the rest of the half. We can get a good number. Get in on him, but he's likely going to score, isn't he? He's likely going to score. So cash the Herter for Fox. Yeah. Cash the Herter. We need Grimes to get going. Oubre's doing what we need him to do, and that's about it. We've listened to that for years, and it grew on Holden. Yeah. I can only take about 10 to 12 seconds of it, but it's really good for 10 to 12 seconds. Oh boy, Mel's coming at you, Fox. She's relentless. You're making up losses for her. I had the Ducks to score first.
I didn't make up any losses. I literally just said you gave an under on a game. I don't know what it is. The only thing I saw was the Ducks to score first, the Ducks to win the game, and an under that I don't know what it is.
So that's on Awkward Roof. So we actually picked up about 1.25 units last night on the NHL, thanks to Mel. And she said only bet the first. If the Ducks don't score first, then bet the Ducks. So yeah, I went 2 for 2. Thanks, Mel.
Okay.
Thanks, Mel. Murphy's going crazy.
Yeah, it's early.
He's going bananas, apparently. Zion has 4. We're about 5 minutes into that game. We got him over 23.5. So he's off to night. He's fine. He's right where we need him to be.
Yep.
69-66 Bulls over the Magic, a game I have no interest in whatsoever. I don't even think I have
no defense. No defense whatsoever.
Defense. No.
I mean, not that a lot of these other games looking around are playing any defense either.
What's the total? 250? Hold on. 247.5.
I mean, to get that on a Magic game is kind of nuts. Yeah.
I almost want to bet the under out of principle at this point. You think they're going to keep this pace up? 135 points in the first half? That's wild.
The Bulls tend to. I was looking to see what the actual number was. 247 is the number that's out there.
Yeah.
So they're at what, 60, 69, 66?
Yeah, 135.
135, 135. So you're telling them to score 112? Yeah, I'd take the over on that.
Over? You're taking the over?
I'll take the over on that.
Personal player, sheep play. Personal.
I'm not taking a sheep play on that.
All right, I'll root for you then.
I've got the pre-flop on that, so I'm perfectly fine.
I'll root for you. Bulls won't shoot 47% from 3 and 52% the rest of the game.
No, but they don't have to. I don't need them to score 70. I need them to score 55 to 60.
Yes, I did. I didn't hit the Caps money line, Mel, but I won. Like I said, I won about, I don't even know what, two. So yeah, it's actually over 2 units, a little over 2 units because of you last night, Mel. So you're back. You're in the circle of trust. You're never out of the circle of trust. You're in the circle of trust. You're good at what you do. And your boy Zargo's coming on in about an hour and a half. Maybe actually less than that. I can't do math very well.
At the end?
He's coming on. Actually, in 30 minutes, he's coming on.
Okay. I was
He's
like, yeah, we got a game starting at 9 and a game starting at 9:30. Quebec is destroying Philadelphia. Florida's destroying Columbus. Well, not really destroying. 2-0 early. Carolina and Boston are a nice game. Seattle and Nashville are tied. Calgary's on the board early.
Mel, what do you think about the Avs tonight? Are we going to hit them on the puck line? The San Jose team's a bunch of doo-doo. And puck. Oh, you can't even bet them on the puck line. They're minus 160. Iowa's up on Michigan State, 27-19. Could be the 4th straight year that Michigan State loses at Iowa.
Yep. Pritchard's hit 2 threes. He's 2 for 3. Torrey Craig has 10 points in this game. Grimes is 1 for 7. Not good.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
The volume's there.
The volume's there, and he could get hot. I mean, he could be streaky. So
just keep shooting.
He's got 3 and 7. He got 7 rebounds. But Oubre's, I got the 15 points for Oubre and Grimes, but I got more on Oubre to get to 18, and he's halfway there. And he probably gets us another bucket before halftime, which would be nice. Tatum's just stuck on 18, dude. Tatum's stuck on 18. He hasn't moved. I wonder where this number. Let's go back to this number and see where it's sitting, because it was at 37.5. They bumped it up to 38.5.
The issue is you need
34.5.
You need Philly.
Yeah, they're getting blown.
I don't know why. It would be because of Fox. I have nothing against you. No. I love your NHL play.
She thinks you just pick on her.
I don't know.
Why don't you write her a sonnet and come back next week, or maybe a haiku? I'll even take a haiku.
I'm not sure my wife would like that, but that's okay.
What do you mean? It's a haiku. There's nothing sexual about a haiku. It's just, hey, Mel, nice girl. Way to go. You can also, there's Oubre. He's up to 11. This dude's prop is 2 points off tonight.
Yep.
He's just been, with the injuries, he has really been going. Oubre is
Ubre's been great. He's been a very good scorer. We get a nice bucket here from Grimes.
There you go. And the foul. So if we can get to 6 with Grimes here, yeah.
If we can get to about 8, 9 by halftime, I'm liking it. So
yeah, it's time. Yeah, maybe this gets him hot. Maybe this gets him going.
But that's the other thing that makes some of the trades there, because you got to remember Dallas traded Grimes for Caleb Martin.
Jesus. They got to fire Nico like now, yesterday. What is this guy purposefully, like, is he a plant from another team? You can't make dumber moves than what he's done so far.
Yeah, they got Caleb Martin, and they got a second round pick.
He needs to be the water boy. The Mota's asked to the water boy.
There you go.
The water boy, the GM. He wouldn't have traded the Luka Doncic. Dallas is collapsing to move to Vegas. Get the fuck out of here. It's the number 4 market in America. You're not leaving Dallas. It's a great sports market.
That's the 100% rumor, where basically the owners own a bunch of hotels. They wanted to put a casino in Dallas. That was denied in Texas. And then, yes, there's some floated rumors that she's major leaguing the team, trying to then be forced to Vegas. I don't think the league would ever approve that.
Given how bad the league is right now, you can't add teams either.
That wouldn't be that would be a relocation.
I know, but like, you cannot add teams. You cannot put a team in Vegas unless you're taking a team from somewhere else that's already going. You can't expand in the NBA. You just can't. It's not good. We even have all these players from overseas, and the product is bullshit. The playoffs will be good, though. Fox, the playoffs are always good. By the time you get to the second round, it's good basketball, you know?
Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
Watch this shot. You gotta watch this shot. TNT's gonna show here.
Did he take a 3?
Yeah, he just drilled a 3 from the corner. I saw him the other night take one for the top of the key, and it's amazing that, I mean, it's tough to take a straight on 3 and not hit the rim or the backboard, but he managed to do it somehow.
Do you know who they need to get rid of? They need to get NBA out of Charlotte and move it to Vegas. They are the lowest attendance in the NBA. The Grizzlies second, Raptors, then Wizards, Jazz. You know, the Thunder are a bottom 7 team. Is that because of capacity? That doesn't make sense to me. The Hawks lead the NBA in attendance by what? Just per game.
Yeah, I don't see an issue. There's a lot of people that like basketball in Atlanta.
About the Pelicans, number 3.
We'll leave it at that.
I mean, the Bulls have played 33 games. They lead in actual attendance this year. Where's the Lakers? Oh, the Lakers are like 13th, man. The Lakers are not even drawn this because, I mean, you want to talk about a fickle fan base. Give me a break. Awkward Roof, what do you think about the over on the Lakers game?
I'm waiting to see who's all in and who's in for the next yet. And quite frankly, if you go back and you look at the Lakers games, basically with Luka being played, you have one over versus the Pelicans, and every other game has gone under. And it not only gone under, it's gone under by 10 points less than what the number was.
Yeah.
And the issue essentially on that is the pace of play that Luka plays at, and then basically they get to the third and fourth quarter, they really even slow up the pace. They played the Pelicans. That was they were trading baskets back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
There was enough baskets there. I don't really see the Knicks as a massive over team that's at score, but they are averaging 117 points. So I mean, that's the issue. If this is I've been taking the first half over on the Lakers because, believe it or not, in every one of those under games, every first half's hit except one on the over. And what you're getting is a slow third quarter and a slow fourth quarter, and that's been killing me. Yeah, full game over.
Let me give you some injury updates here. Derek White, he took a shot from Oubre. I think he lost his tooth, but he'll come back in this game. Luka's officially in. LeBron's officially in. Austin Reeves officially in.
Yep.
So the Lakers are coming out there, and they got a very healthy team this evening. The Knicks, we're not sure. I wonder if Cat comes out and has a monster game on Narrative Street just because his aunt died from cancer. You got Draymond calling him out.
I've taken Cat. I've taken Cat. I think Cat has a monster game. I think Cat has a double-double. I've taken some Luka doubles with Cat doubles. There's some things that I like. Again, if you look at what's the big, I've taken Luka's over 8.5 assists. I just haven't posted it yet. At plus money. I don't know why it's plus money, but
are you putting these bets in now then?
Yeah, I've already taken them, but all
right. So let me go find the best number on a Luka assist, because I did look at the points and assists this morning, and I decided to go with the threes instead. But I mean, he's like, you can almost ladder his assists at this point. He's been such a facilitator, and he's starting to get it going again. Luka.
Well, again, this is going to be a very good test for the Lakers, and it's going to be a very good test for the Knicks, because again, we're waiting to see if OG plays. If OG goes, you're going to have outstanding defensive players in Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby.
Mm-hmm.
I expect OG Anunoby or Josh Hart basically to play Luka straight up. I expect basically Mikal Bridges to most likely probably play LeBron. And then it's just going to be a question, can they make shots against the Lakers? So it's...
Let me ask you a question. Luka's 7.5 minus 145 at DK. 8.5 plus 15 at FanDuel or at MGM. So I like the plus money on the 8.5.
That's what I gave.
Yeah, I know. I'd prefer that than paying minus 40 juice on him.
Well, it's gone over in 3 of the 5 games. He hasn't had games where he's got 8 there. The games that he hasn't had, it's been horrific at 5 in his plays with the Lakers. The question is how long is Austin Reeves going to play tonight? Is he on any kind of minutes restriction? Those kind of things could play with it. I still think they're missing some pieces here. Hachimura out. It's been there.
When did you get the LeBron rebound thing? Because I'm seeing it's 7.5 minus 40 now. That thing moved.
Yeah, it moved.
You moving lines?
No.
You moving lines on us?
No, I got the LeBron a long time ago. Let me see what time I actually.
I mean, it's minus 40 now. Everywhere else, it's 8.5 rebounds at plus money.
All right. I didn't realize it moved that much. I'll remove it. I was just looking at it.
That's fine. I mean, so, and then the other thing is Cat, right? So we're looking at Cat points.
Yeah. I mean, I've got it in some ways of trying to look forward. See, again, I'm trying to wait to see if OG Anunoby's in because that does adjust things as well. It's 22.5 right now. It's pretty much that way everywhere. Brunson's at 25.5. That's just a big number to take for him.
Yeah. Anybody else in this game? Like, so we got Cat, we got Luka, we got LeBron. Anybody else? Like, is there any Brunson play here?
So you took an 8 assists, 8 boards. That paid $47.15. How did that pay $47.15?
I don't know.
Was there anything else to it?
Are we talking about somebody in the chat?
Yeah,
Richard 8 and 8 at 47-1. Eddie,
he's got 4 and 5. So yeah,
I mean he's definitely in the mix. Mel is tempted by the Dallas Stars money line. Oh, and you got the 50 boost from FanDuel. Yeah, it's a $10 boost tonight on a couple of games, or free $10 bet on a 3-leg same game parlay at 4-1 or more.
Okay.
Why not take the shot, right? I just put a 70, what is it, plus 750 in for fun. Oubre just scored again. He is now up to Oubre scored on a highlight. He's got 11 and Grimes has 6. At halftime, Tatum slowed down. He's got 20.
Yeah.
But again,
we're up 18. Yep.
18-point game. Like, how do we bet that? To the over. We can bet it to the under. But like Derek White's probable to come back. If you're up by 18, just go give him a shot in the mouth, let him drool for the night, and he doesn't have to play anymore. Let's see where Tatum is now. What do you think? 32.5? Remember, he was 34.5. He was 37.5 at one point in time in this game. He's 33.5. The problem with that is he could put up 14 in the quarter. He already did it so far tonight.
If you're going to do that, just go ahead and bet him to have 10 points in the quarter.
If that's what, yeah, in the third, right?
Yeah, in the third quarter.
Nets. Oh, the Warriors came back. They were down. What was it? Like 27-5?
Even early, yes. Huge difference. All right. So your average bench guy right now, who's a decent bench guy, is going to play 18 to 20 minutes. In the playoffs, that's probably more like 12. So your starters get more run. They're going to increase their minutes most of the time to, you have guys who get 26, 27 are probably playing 34, 35.
Ugh. We got an update on the Knicks, guys, and it doesn't give us any clarity.
It's a little easier to hit the starters guys versus trying to hit bench guys, which anybody knows me knows I love to hitting bench guys, smaller numbers. less time to do it, but as long as they have the volume, it's generally a better chance to do it. So you don't really go after the bench guys that much in the playoffs unless you think that team's going to roll. Yeah, Pods is done for the rest of the game.
Yeah, unless we can get some scrubs on the bench, we're not messing with it. So the Knicks don't want to help us out from a betting side. OG, Mitch Rob, and Precious game time decisions.
Yep.
I don't need that.
Literally sitting there waiting. Yep.
So how about the Warriors down 22 points, 27-5. They're within 5 at halftime. And Steph hit a 3 with 0.3 seconds left. He hit it from just about half court. This guy.
Nice.
And a turnaround 3, nonetheless. Man.
Thomas, 5 points. Maybe he needs to shoot. They have good distribution among the betting staff, but it's the bench that's keeping them in. Orlando's taken the lead. They've gone on a 14-4 run to start this. We're still waiting for Bucelis to score a point. Never like that at all.
Zion's only got 4 right now. He's struggling.
Yeah, he started off the gate a little bit slow.
Amen. What'd I tell you? Got 13.5. PRA, he's got 8 minute into the second quarter. Okay.
13.5 RA, right? RA, not PRA.
I thought I had PRA.
PRA is 32.
I put so many goddamn bets. It's got to be RA then. Or points and assists or something like that. I might as well know what I put my money on.
His points was 17. His assist was 8. So
it's got to be assists and rebounds then.
I mean, rebounds though was 10. So I don't know what number you really got.
Let me see here. I got 13.5 assists and rebounds. Yeah, you're right. And he's got 3. So that's not bad, but it's not good.
No, that's not too bad. That's a really low number. That's a really nice number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Murphy. You got to pass the ball.
Spring break underway. Love it. Never went on spring break. Oh, I did one time, actually. Overrated. Didn't have sex. Look who's here. Zargo. How
y'all doing?
Friend?
What's up, Zarg?
I'm doing just lovely.
Zargs, he's stopping by early tonight too. How are you, pal? Talk to me. You got any action tonight in the NHL?
Man, I was hoping for some live spots, but every game just went exactly, in favor of the favorites. I'm eyeing this Predators game. Might pull the trigger there, but I was really upset. I was hoping to get a shot at Winnipeg or Carolina. But they're rolling, as is Florida. So now we gotta look out west to find some action.
Yeah, I was talking to Mel about this. Like the Avs money puck line is -160. You can't bet it.
No,
you can't bet it. If you want to tie it in with somebody to get a point, maybe you can make it a bettable bet. But
yeah,
it's just unbettable right now. But you have been hot, and it's great to see. It's like I bet my guy. The Fox, the college plays are cashing every night. You got the hockey plays that are cashing every night. Our girl Mel is helping us out. Fathead's helping us out. I mean, we got some good mojo this week.
It is, especially this time of year, not much action. So if you're just, casual better, you might not have bets otherwise.
Yep. We've got about 90 seconds left in the first half in Iowa City, where the Hawkeyes lead Michigan State 35-28. That is a tough place for Michigan State. No doubt. No
74.5 for American.
American University? Yeah,
a lot of people. Ramon's probably right on this. I know about people. My buddy Rich gave American under 129.5. I think Greg Peterson did as well. And you had 55 in the first half, and it's now soared over in the second half. So you thought you were in a great spot at 55. You were like, all right, I've got this. There's 2 minutes ago. We're at 75 points in the second half.
All right.
That did not happen.
Kelly's in the house, another hockey girl. Kelly and Mel.
Yeah, I'm betting that. I was working my way down the list. I'm about to jump on that right now. Dallas is minus 105. That is a crazy number. I did not expect it to be that low. High, however you want to look at it.
Why do you like it?
Oh, Dallas has been in fuego. They've won 6 of their last 7. They're at home. Calgary has been horrible. I mean, they had a nice game against Philly, but other than that, man, I mean, lost 1-2 to Carolina, 0-3 to Florida, 0-3 to Tampa Bay.
God, it drives me nuts when you say the losing team first. Come on, Zargs. You got to be better than that on this show. The winning team first, the losing team second.
But in this case, I'm listing Calgary's game log.
Yep.
They lost 3-0. They lost 3-0. They lost 2-1.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
I'm just reading it left to right.
Yeah, Fox. Thoughts on giving the loser first?
Well,
yeah, I know what you're going to say, Fox. I know what you're going to say.
You should say the winner first. I will I will have to agree with him.
Sorry, Zarks.
But it's all right.
But I have tons of little things I'm anal about, and it bothers me when other people do. That's interesting. It's not one I'm.
It's because my daughter does it. She's 10, and she said the losing thing first, and I'm like, you can't do that, sweetie, especially when your dad's in sports. You just can't. It's like, you can't do that to me. Where'd you get 105 on the Stars money line live?
MGM's 105. FanDuel has 106.
Okay.
But also, too, pre-flop, Dallas was minus 250. So I expected, being at 1-0, I would have expected like minus 130.
Yeah, I mean,
quick learner.
It wasn't a great period for Dallas in any way, shape, function, or form. If you looked at the shots on goal, I mean, it's like 6 shots on goal, and the other one had 8 shots on goal. I mean, neither teams were peppering the net at all.
All right, so all the sharps in hockey are on Dallas. Viper hit it too.
For sure, but and that's not something. Certainly not how the second and third period are going to go. So it just, I think it was a bad period, shapes up for an easy live bet.
I just got to know, do we take the over 12.5? That's the bigger question I want to know. Do we take the live 12.5 in the Lightning game?
Oh, is that what it's at?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, you're going to have 1 period to go, and it's 5-5. Vasilevsky's getting killed.
Man, Sabres, man, those 2 quick goals. Because I was thinking about picking them up live, and then, it went 5-3. Holy cow, I can't believe they scored twice. Man, what has either team pulled the goalie yet?
Nope.
For those of you that are subscribers, Coop threw a couple of NASCAR bets in the chat, and I want to remind you, we got 2 shows coming up after us. We're going to cut the show a little bit short tonight. We got a little over an hour to go. 10 o'clock will be done because our MMA pod with Tommy and Johnny, that's deep, 2 of the best bettors I know in the fight business, and then NASCAR prop show. We'll have that on after. So we all night long, we will be live for this show, That's Deep MMA, and NASCAR props. Oh, Jim Rome's back. Good to see you, Jim Rome. Jim Rome's in the house. Pretzel's in the house as well. Habs money line plus 205. Oilers in poor form. Habs fighting for a playoff spot.
Those are just terrible words that should never be said. Yes.
Where do you all get NASCAR odds? Hell of a good question. You know what? I'm going to hit Keg up. This might be something. There might be like an odd shopper thing where you can get it. I know Unabated does not have NASCAR.
No, so like FanDuel and DraftKings are not very good NASCAR things. No. I mean, if you just want to, you could take a winner to win, and that's about it. In Caesars, Bet365, those ones what people have always told me are the better ones if you're looking for NASCAR. If you're going to bet NASCAR, you kind of definitely need to have something into Caesars. Yep.
Bovada for gnarly because that's all you got is the offshore, right? Oh, Grimes just can't hit a fucking wide open shot. This is tilting right now. All right, smash the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want a free week of our premium services and you haven't used your free week, go to nukethehouse.com, sign up for any plan. We'll give you the free week with the code right above me. NASCAR is back. NASCAR is back. All right, Holden's going upstairs to get some water, then I'll be back.
Yep. So have you made any future plays for NHL with the playoffs coming around?
Nothing crazy. A couple small futures on, but one on Carolina and one on Edmonton. I don't know. Go ahead.
What's your take with the Lightning trade? It's kind of an all-in move, though, which I'm surprised because I don't see that as an all-in team.
For sure. They don't.
Because essentially you've given up the future. You've given up 2 first-round picks for a solid player, like a good young talent in Bjorkstrom. But Yannick Gord, there's a reason you let him go in the expansion draft a couple of years ago. Yes, he can help you win games, but he's not a guy that you're going to stick around there.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is just like how weak the East is. Like, I think in past years it'd be like, man, you guys aren't really that team. Like, you know, you're not that close. But I mean, who stands in their way? You know, it's really. I mean, you go Carolina, Florida. I mean, you really want to put the Maple Leafs 3?
I mean, what's the total disregard for the Rangers, though? I still think when the Rangers get to the playoffs, they're a different team because their goalie can just stack you up.
Could be. I don't know. The play just isn't there. I mean, they're not. They've taken such a step back from what we've seen the past few years, and that's kind of why I'm not. I don't think that much of them.
Yeah, I mean, and yes, I know they're not in the playoff feature out there, 1 game back from the Ottawa, but I'd be more scared to play the Rangers in the playoffs than playing the Ottawa Senators in the playoffs. So you're still not sold on this is the year for the Maple Leafs?
No. I mean, could it be? Sure, but I'm not going to bet on it. I've made so much money the past couple of years fading the Maple Leafs, and I'll continue to do so. There's one of those teams that, I don't know, it's kind of like the Jets. No matter who the Jets add to their roster, I was never going to bet on them. The Maple Leafs just are that crap.
And they got off to such a hot start to start the year. They were like 20-2 or start the season. It's kind of surprised that other teams have now caught them.
Yeah. Mel, I just can't get there with Tampa. I mean, 850 is a pretty great number, but I don't know. They'd probably be my 4th favorite to win the East. I like Columbus to make the playoffs though, especially at 650. That's an incredible number.
I think their issue is if they get to play the Panthers. The Panthers have beat them all year. They play better defense. They have just the same amount of scoring. Arguably, potentially at this point in time, probably a better goaltender. Vasilevsky, so he seemed to have lost a step. So,
hey, so remember we played that thing? We played that thing from Charles Barkley where he shit on Kendrick Perkins.
Yes.
So Perkins just throws out, "Hey, NBA on TNT might want to tell that senior citizen Charles Barkley that I'll be around. When he see an idiot or fool in person, make sure he keep that same energy. He can come playing with me if he want to. I'm address his ass like the numbers on a house. Straight from the 409 homeboy. We bar none and fade all." Kendrick Perkins is a mental midget.
But that's the part where I hate this. You get this whole thing of people, he disrespect me. So just let him know that I'm here. Like, who cares?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
He said a bunch of words there. This is not a reason to get in an argument or fight. You can have an opinion. And his opinion.
Yeah, well, he called him an idiot.
But
he got personal.
He called him an idiot. He didn't call him an imbecile.
He is an idiot.
There's a little difference.
Players and grown men. You're not fighting. Like,
Yes.
stop posturing.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of crap. Because I have the issue because I look at it from a youth standpoint. That all you see the youth are, oh, that's the guy there. You saw him stand up for that. He's holding his respect. Who cares? Move on.
All right, Oubre's going to Oubre, cash Oubre, buddy. 18. Now we got to get Grimes going, but Oubre just cash, pal. Nice call.
We'll take that.
Nice call.
Now I need a 20.
You think? I don't know. I can't remember. I thought about making this bet. I don't remember if I actually placed it. What do you think about the Caps?
I think they got to make a move. I question their ability.
God, Grimes can't even hit a free throw on a technical.
In the playoffs, can they really just depend on Ovechkin to score? I mean, Connor McMichael's had a great game, a great year, but he's unproven. I think you need a vet that can light the lamp when you need him. I mean, it's just, maybe. I mean, there's not a lot. You look at that roster up and down, there's not a lot of playoff experience besides Ovechkin.
I love it.
Strome's been great, but he's never gone deep in the playoffs. Pierre-Luc Dubois has been on 100 teams, but never have gone deep in the playoffs. We just talked about McMichael. He's been on the Caps, which hasn't gone deep in the playoffs. I think they need somebody who's got the little kind of veteran leadership, and I think they do need to make a move. But again, in the East, like you said, they could definitely compete. There's no doubt about it. They could compete.
Hey, let me just say, Maddie, can you retweet the show from the Nuke the House account? We're only on for another hour tonight, but I'd like to get a few more people in here. We're having a decent night once again. Good mojo. Mel, 5 cents. Don't be greedy, says Jackson Caesar. What's the C?
Casey.
Charles?
Casey. Yeah, because I've been there. Like, it happened to me last week. There was a team that was even money. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait live, and we're going to give them like plus 150. Nope. They ended up winning like 5-0. And it's like, wow, I should have just taken the plus money. But that's what Keg has done to me. Even money just isn't good enough for me anymore.
No, I type in these minus 120s, and I'm like, I feel ashamed. But you know what? Everybody, I've talked about this before. Everybody's got their own process. Sean is 100 up over 100 units last year. Great at what he does. Kegger, great at what he does. You know, so I trust all of our cappers here. There's not a capper here that I wouldn't tail. Now, with that being said, do I think you should tail every single capper? No, not whatsoever. Nope. Pick a couple guys and go with it. Simple as that. For me, I've been on Zargs here. I've been on Foxy, and I got our guy Keg. And then I'm going to start when I bet NASCAR, I'll throw Coop in the mix. Not saying anything. All of our guys are really good. Matty, I actually tailed some of his MLB futures too. So maybe I'm getting a little sloppy here, but like on a day-to-day basis, you should not be tailing 4 or 5 guys. It's just not a smart thing to do. Not good. I do love Mel, but don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Whoa, look at this. Fathead Cole Anthony has 20. 20 and a half is his live line. He's got 18. How are we doing in that? Huh?
What's his foul trouble?
I don't know. Let's go to the Magic game. Let me see if I can pull the Magic. And that game is going bananas. He's on the bench right now. He's got 2 fouls.
Well, he's typically on the bench here till about the 9-8 minute mark.
I kind of like that look. I mean, Fathead got us on 2 winners last night. Fathead, you keep this up, I might give you a job. You too, Mel.
That worked out well. I'll tell that for a small play.
Cole Anthony's with the Magic, by the way.
I will tell you, he's going to have to hit this by the 7-minute mark. I'm just telling you. The reason why
19 and a half minus 145 at BetMGM. I don't bet minus 145s. Has he not get 2 points?
Because I'm trying to tell you, if this is the last 6 minutes of the game,
Yeah.
It's going to be Franz Wagner to Paolo to Franz Wagner. Those are the only two people that touch the ball.
But we got 12 minutes left, so he'll come back in when? The 9-minute mark?
Probably comes in about the 9-minute mark. He's going to have to get this done in the first couple minutes of that fourth quarter that he comes in.
All right. You know what? Fathead got us a couple wins last night. I'll get on this.
I tailed it. I know he's starting. I'm not worried about that he's not starting. I'm just saying the end of the game. I've watched enough Magic games that it literally is the two people ball hog offense. And your best bet in getting that, if he doesn't get it early, is being fouled late.
All right. We're in on Cole Anthony as a team here.
Yeah, I was on Anthony for a couple times on his rebounds assist. That's kind of calmed down a little bit, yeah.
Stars money line hit even money on FanDuel. Thank you, Awkward Roof. Does Holden like me? Why wouldn't I like you, Kelly? I like women a lot more than men. I'll just tell you that right now. I've always felt more comfortable around women than men. Not that I don't feel comfortable now because I'm old and I feel comfortable, but I'd much rather hang out with a group of women than men. I will say this, though. I made a huge mistake when I lived in D.C. So Steven Strasburg's debut was one of the great baseball moments I've been around for. And there was this girl with like quadruple D's. I'm not even a boob guy, but I asked her out. And all the guys I'm working with are saying, why the fuck would you bring a woman to Steven Strasburg? Go with a guy. And you know what? They were right. Because all I was doing was looking at her boobs for like 6 innings. Not a good move by me. So in that instance, it was bad, but I'd much rather hang out with women than men. 100%. 100%. Not even close.
That's crazy you were there for that game. That was like an all-time sports moment.
It was pretty damn good, dude. It was pretty good. The best pitching prospect ever. And I think he struck out 14 against the Pirates in that game.
Yeah. I mean, like he was, I don't remember.
Hold on, ever?
Yeah. As far as like a prospect, yeah. I mean, I wasn't around for Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, and Babe Ruth, okay? Maybe they were. Maybe like the New York Pioneer was saying he's the greatest, but
I mean, they were talking about how
there was Gooden, but Gooden did not have the hype coming in. He got it once he came into the league. Strasburg during his senior year at San Diego, was it San Diego State, I think?
Yeah.
He came out like everybody's going, this is going to be the number one pick. He's going to change the world.
But the hype is always going to be better later in life because you have more eyes on these guys. You have Twitter.
But he's still the greatest pitching prospect that I can remember. More than
like
Skeens.
They were saying like he could have, like coming out of high school, they were saying he was like ready for the MLB.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Mark Pryor touched it. Skeens was big, but not as big. Skeens is another one that came into the league and took it by storm. Gooden's another guy that did it. And by the way, none of these guys are going to Hall of Fame. Pryor had injuries. Strasburg, he might be borderline.
No.
Okay, then there you go. I mean, I just don't remember. And then they had Bryce Harper coming to town a couple years later, a year or two later. So those Nationals teams had so many good prospects on them. So many good prospects.
I mean, there's only a handful of guys I can remember in my lifetime who like coming at the draft. Yeah. Into the draft, they were saying like they could go straight to the majors. The only ones I remember are Strasburg, Harper, and Buxton for the Twins.
Zargo, you're a man's man, right? You'd rather hang out with a bunch of dudes.
No, not really.
You're a ladies' man too, or are you a loner?
Yeah,
I'm a loner, but I'd prefer the company of women.
Probably that's where I fall. I've never been. Yeah.
Foxy's a man's man. Foxy's a man's man. He's been married forever. You know, he's a man's man. Nuke the House, Maddie. You have 0 man friends. What am I? I know we haven't met before, Maddie, but come on. What am I? We talk 5 days a week in the Discord. Come on, man. That hurts my feelings. And yeah, Kelly, no worries. You're good. I don't even care what the woman looks like. I'd just rather hang around and talk to one than talk to a guy.
But not at a sporting event.
Not at a sporting event unless they know their shit. Now that's different. Yeah, this girl I went with knew nothing about baseball. She's like, Is he the pitcher? I'm like,
Like,
yeah, it's good you got big boobs. That's about
I
it.
100% think the greatest date to take a person to is a hockey game. Because
Yes.
there's multiple reasons why. Because you have
Yikes.
20 minutes of action. You then have 20 minutes of intermission, which there's something cool, fun going on in the ice if she's boring as hell.
And they're usually cold, too. Women are always cold, and then it's like they're cold.
Like I said, I had season tickets to the Lightning. I had season tickets to the Capitals.
Yeah.
Growing up as a kid, I took dates to the Lightning game all the time.
Best professional sport to go to in person, hockey.
100%.
College hockey, too. Denver's amazing.
Yeah, 20 minutes, another 20 minutes of action. Then you have another 20 minutes of conversation. And like you said, then if it's not good, you go out, you get the dessert. The games generally start at 7 o'clock, 7:30. They're not starting at 8, 9 o'clock. You still have the rest of the evening there. It is by far the best date night. And there's always something good there. So, yeah.
Zargo Mel says she's looking at 6 books. Stars money line plus 220. Are they down by 2 goals?
No, they went. So the Calgary Flames went up 2-0. And like I said, I was trying to throw in another half unit.
Yeah.
But then the Stars scored. So it's back to 2-1 and back to around even money.
Okay. So that was really quick. Really quick. Okay. Yeah. But again, my favorite sport to go to is college basketball. Kansas, obviously, in any tournament game, the A10 tournament, the Big 12. Now, the bigger tournaments, I really don't get into as much. I don't get into the bigger tournaments. The NCAA tournament's the best, no question. And it's in Denver this year, but I think I got to work, so I'm not going to be able to go. There's nothing.
You wouldn't have any interest in attending like the ACC tournament?
No, because it's to me, it's like, all right, we've seen them all season long. This is playing for seeding. Maybe there's a team or two that can make a run, but
that's true.
Yeah,
that's really
for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, I just don't care.
Tatum's got 30, and it's a 40.
Yeah, I don't know. ACC might be the exception to that.
Yeah,
just because I think
ACC anymore. I mean, come on, man.
But UNC and Duke are always gonna.
Yeah, that's it. Like Syracuse, and then the Big East. We used to have. I loved the Big East tournament back in the day. It's not the same now, but Syracuse, St. John's, Georgetown, Villanova, Providence. What are you smiling at, Foxy?
I mean, you're talking about the ACC's down, but the ACC's still going to get probably 3-4 teams.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just not a big fan of the big conference tournaments. I like the smaller ones.
I would say, I mean, the conference tournaments, yes, I will.
Your dog likes it too, Zargo. I like your dog. What's his name? What's your dog's name?
Paisley and Ozzy.
Ozzy. I almost named my son Ozzy. Paisley. What the hell's with Paisley? You have a Paisley thing on it?
So Paisley, that was her name when we adopted her, and my wife and I couldn't agree on a name, so we just stuck with Paisley. And then I didn't want a second dog, but because we did, I got to name it. But she vetoed Acuna. So isn't that a great dog name?
Yeah, but he's got 2 torn ACLs, and I hear the rehab for a dog's ACL is a bitch.
Fair enough. So we went with Ozzy for the second baseman.
Yeah, Ozzy's good. You're a big Braves fan out there. Big Braves fan, Zargo. Baseball back soon. Maddie and I will be doing shows once a week. And then once the NBA, NHL, college basketball will be over soon, but NBA, college, NHL is over, probably go to 2 days a week, whether he likes it or not, or I'll find somebody else to come on. But Maddie is our baseball guy. Love him. Love him. If you want his picks, he's got all his futures up there right now. Go to nukethehouse.com. Use the code NASCAR is back. If you already used it, $59.99 a month or $19.99 a week. Good job, Awkward Roof. You just hit his giddy points assist at plus 225.
Is Joey going to post picks for us?
No, at 22.5, not plus 225.
22.5. All right.
Yeah, I needed 1.
Amen has got 7 rebounds and assists at halftime, so he's right where he needs to be. Grimes, not doing it for us tonight. Grimes decided to, I don't know, maybe went out drinking last night. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, 10 shots, 8 rebounds, though.
Zion's only got 6 points.
6.5, yep.
He can score 18.5. But
Yeah, he could score 12.5.
But you know who's showing up for us now? Draymond with
He's got
5
five.
quickies.
Yep.
So
Yeah, he got 5 in the third. Yep.
he's going to need 5 more in the fourth. But Draymond's keeping us in it right now. What are you looking at the hockey board right now, Zargs?
Yeah, I looks like missed opportunity to bet Utah.
Okay.
Man, just lopsided. Bruins, Hurricanes are tied, but there's no value in betting in Carolina.
Yeah.
Preds. Oh, they're up 3-1.
Mel says I skip every other word. This is ADD right here, dude. This is all ADD show. Fox has a controlled ADD. I have full blown, and then there's Zargo who's normal. Thoughts on?
No, I got the ADHD.
Isn't it the same goddamn thing?
I
think it's the same thing. It's all the same thing.
I have no idea what the difference is, but they're different letters.
All right, ADHD. Then give that to me. It's just out of it. Everybody has it. I'm not medicated for it. Thoughts on the Lakers Knicks? Okay, Foxy and I went into this deep at the beginning of the show. Let's go through the bets again. What up, Jim Rome? 2 plays that I have in this game. I've got Luka over 3.5 threes. He's got 25 threes in the last 2 games. It's the volume. The volume's there. He's starting to get comfortable. The last 2 games, he's actually looked like Luka Doncic after not looking like Luka Doncic because he had a couple months off because of the injury. And then the other one was, now listen, the reverse steam on this one. Foxy's saying it's fishy. I'm kind of with him. I took the Lakers at 3 this morning. It was at 4.5. Now what are you saying? It's 2.5. I want to see if any money's coming in on the Lake Show. And then then our guy Foxy, I tailed a whole bunch of his picks. What do you got tonight in that game?
We're taking Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists at plus money, plus 116. And then right now we're kind of waiting to see what's happening with who's playing for the Knicks. And yes, I do think the game is fishy. I wonder why it's only 2.5 with basically the guys all playing.
Do they think that maybe the Knicks guys are going to play and that's why they're moved the line? I mean, they're all game time decisions. OG, Mitch, Rob, and Precious.
It doesn't make sense for a team that is under 500 versus winning teams. Yeah. So this line, I think, should really be 4.5, 5.5, especially with the Lakers coming in here on a 7-game win streak. Yes, I mean, they're missing Rui Hachimura. That's a big deal, but they have guys who can pay. The question I think the books wonder is,
Cat's in? Yeah, we knew that.
Well, yeah, Cat's in. Cat's going to have a big day today. It's going to be, can they shoot enough from the outside, and can they punish them inside, and can they make it more difficult for the Lakers to score? That's going to be there. So, the line is just fishy to me, and when things are fishy, I tend to kind of hold off a little bit. But again, I've got a lot of money line parlays closing on the Lakers money line, so I do think the Lakers win the game because I'm not going to be an idiot. But at full disclosure, what I've said, the last 7 teams that I've had closing on a parlay in the NBA at the end of the night have all lost.
Okay. We do have a little news here. Thibodeau says Precious, OG, and Mitch Rob are going to warm up. Mitch Rob already looking good to play tonight. So that's one. The OG is the big one. OG's the big one. Precious, fine. But OG will be the big one because, like you said, he'll be on Luka. But I just think Luka will be unstoppable from 3. If they go down, he's going to hit 4 easily.
I think you have this unreasonable expectation from Luka. Well, yes, Luka has hit it in the last 2 games, but he shot 50% from 3. To think that that's going to happen again is there. I don't mind the bet because I used to bet it all the time when he was in Dallas because the volume's there. He's going to 10-8 to 10-3. So
you also thought Iowa was going to quit, and they're up 10 on Michigan State in the second half. Okay.
You're right. I did.
I was covering that game. I was covering that thing. Now the only question is they hold on to the 10 and beat them for third straight year, or 4th straight year in Iowa City.
All right, we get our 23.5 for Giddy.
Just a public service announcement.
Nice,
Lightning
Fox.
went up 6-5, and now Buffalo is plus 560.
Yeah,
560?
560.
Isn't that just worth a number? We'll play the number like we play numbers. That's a big part of betting. Isn't that just a bet you almost have to make at that point?
You absolutely have to. You got to throw a little coin on that. I mean, this game's seen 11 goals, and we don't think that Buffalo can score another one.
How much time?
15 minutes.
15 minutes left.
So you want to take the money line here
Mm-hmm.
on Buffalo?
I mean, I just did like a quarter unit.
Yeah. Okay, I'll throw it. Not an official play, guys, but
No.
Yeah, it's not an official play, but
we're getting 5 plus the 1.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Sabres can come back and get us on a
carry the 2. Come back.
Yeah. All right. Bets in. They changed it to 520. That's fine. I'll take 520.
Yeah, for sure. Anything over.
Don't love it, but 40 cents difference big. Boston is ramrodding. You like that word, huh? Philadelphia 97-79 at the end of the third quarter. So we got blowout alert here. Grimes is sitting at 6 points. Oubre already cashed for us. He's got 27. Hey, Tatum went over. He's got 35. He scored 17 in the third.
So the Celtics plus 225 to repeat. Do you know who else is plus 225?
The Cavs? I don't know who.
No.
Not the
The
Lakers.
Thunder.
Okay. The Thunder.
Correct, because the question with the Thunder is going to be the same. Now, one, when they get in a half-court game and they're not able to run up and down the court, can their guys make shots consistently? And if you saw the end of the Minnesota game, which is what I was talking about last week, was Minnesota was up big, then they came back, either battling back and forth, but you had guys reluctant to shoot at the end of the fourth quarter and overtime. Lou Dort, one of the key guys, because he just didn't want to shoot. He was missing some shots, and you wonder when it's not SGA and it's not Jalen Williams in a half-court game, can they win a half-court game consistently, which is what the playoffs are more, because you don't get the runouts. You don't get the lazy passing as much there. You get the little more physical play. So that's the biggest question on the Thunder. And the other question is what we've talked about. The NBA generally has you have to make the conference finals and lose first before you win it.
I'm saying I think it's crazy that they have the same odds. I don't think they deserve to be anywhere close to that.
No, but I gave the Celtics when we got back from the NBA that they've been really dialing in here and have picked up the play where they are clearly the team to beat. The only question is they're going to have to beat the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's why any kind of number you can get from a conference finals on either of those teams at over plus 200 is probably a good bet, because you're probably going to be able to hedge.
For sure.
Oh, shit.
Yes, they know their roles, but it's a difference of knowing your roles in a half-court game versus a fast-court game. Watch how many games, especially lately, they've been down in the first half. And that's because teams are slowing it down. You're not running as much. And then when they get the turnovers, and then they start hitting threes there. I'm just sitting there saying they're not a shoe-in to win the West. The West. I
don't even like them to win the West.
The West are going to have a ton of upsets. It's similar to what you had last year, where Dallas was playing Minnesota for the right to go to the conference finals, the NBA finals. I kind of expect similar things as well. That's right. So, I mean, the one advantage we talked about with Dallas basically bowing out now for the rest of the season. The only big teams that you worry about in the West are Minnesota and Denver. And the other teams are all kind of the similar kind of style team. They're great when they can get out and run. They're not so great when they have to play half-court defense. So that'll be the question with them. And you hope Chet because Chet's played great this year, especially defensively. So
Why?
Hiccups. You got
why
the
didn't you
hiccups.
mention
I
the
got the
Lakers?
hiccups, Sean. I got the hiccups. By the way, Cole Anthony back in the game. We need him to get 3. He's sitting on 18. The hell causes hiccups? Do we know?
It's like a spasm in your.
air gap in your
Chest.
lung.
I'm
Yeah.
dying over here.
Fox, why didn't you say the Lakers?
I don't think the Lakers get past the first round. The Dallas loss helps the Lakers a lot because it means as long as they can avoid Minnesota and really Denver, from a size wise, they'll be able to match up everybody, even though they're not a very big team.
Interesting. I'm just saying I like the Lakers and the Nuggets way more than I like the Thunder to win the West.
I wouldn't be shocked if Minnesota has something to say.
I'm Minnesota. I mean, I'd put Minnesota right there. Like Minnesota, Memphis, and like OKC, I think all kind of are right there as could. I'm not comfortable putting money on it.
Memphis issues, injury right now that's happening. You have Ja
Right.
limping in. You have JJ out for a little bit of a week to week. So his timing is definitely not going to be. Rudy's only going to come off the bench, which is why I said early in the year I never understood why they re-signed him to a $44 million deal when you know he's not going to play the playoffs down the stretch. Why would you give that kind of guy a $44 million deal? It made no sense to me.
What are you talking about? I don't have the hiccups. What the hell does that mean, Kelly?
I don't know.
I got the hiccups.
I guess he's just telling you, no, you don't. You're mistaken.
She's like, you do not have the hiccups. Whatever you're experiencing is not the hiccups.
Anthony scored before that 6-minute mark, so he's got 20 points.
All right. Should have taken the 19.5 minus 45. Nah, just get to the line. Get us one more point.
Yeah, it's a 6-point game. It's going back and forth. The Pacers are beating Atlanta without Halliburton. Kind of surprising in that game.
Who are the teams that the Knicks cannot beat in the East? Just have no shot. Boston
and Cleveland.
So if they could avoid one of those, they can go to the conference finals. Oh, it's supposed to work? No, it doesn't work.
So the Knicks are the 3rd seed. So as the 3rd seed, they're going to avoid the play-in teams. They're going to probably play the Pistons. They could beat the Pistons there, but the Pistons and Pacers are battling it out for 5th or 6th. They could beat either of those teams. Then if they win that game, they're going to turn around and they'll have to play the Celtics in the semifinals.
That's not good.
And then if they got that, they'd have to then play the Cavs in the finals.
Okay. We've got Blowout City, Boston over Philly, 107-79. Stick a fork in it there. The Nets had a 27-5 lead on the Warriors in the first. They're up 82-85 on the Warriors heading into the last minute of the third. Draymond's got 5. We need him to get 5 more in the fourth. Magic up on the Bulls, 116, 113, 5.5 to play there. We've got Zion 6 points. That's dead almost. Not officially dead, but might be dead. Trey Murphy, 21. 2 rebounds. What did you cash? Did you cash Tari Eason?
Tari Eason's points went through, but that's it. We're still waiting for everything else. And
I'm sitting on Amen to get 14 rebounds, assists. He's got 7.
Yep.
And then it is the Lakers and the Knicks. And again, we've got a bunch of bets out. We've talked about it a few times. And thank you, B Square. Nothing works for the hiccups. I've gotten the hiccups so many times.
We're still waiting to see what's going on with OG Anunoby.
Zarks, what's your favorite cuisine?
Sushi, Japanese.
How about you, Fox? Steak with ketchup?
No, barbecue ribs.
Oh, that's so good too. I love the burn ends. Yeah. Yep. Take a deep breath, 10 swallows of water.
Man, I don't know if this is offensive, but Fox does strike me as the kind of guy that would put ketchup on a steak.
Oh, he does. He's done it on the show before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was it a crappy steak? Like, or do you always do that? Like,
If you do it to a fillet, you're off the show.
I mean, but if it's if it was a really tough steak, like in it's just like, man, I don't want this food to go to waste. That's one thing.
No, I am a ketchup connoisseur. I like ketchup on a lot of things, so I have no issue putting ketchup on a steak. I've gone to the Palm and I ask for ketchup. I go to.
What do they say when you're at the Palm? You ask for ketchup.
They give you ketchup in a little tiny bowl. They're perfectly nice with it. No issue.
Because they think you're using it on your fries, not your fucking steak.
I mean, it's also a thing, so I'm sure it happens all the time.
I've been to Del Frisco. I've been to Peter Lugo's. I still ask for ketchup with the steak. I try it first with there, and then after a couple bites, I like the marinade. I want to feel that kind of sauciness.
Filet, not a top 3 steak cut. Get out of here, pretzel. That's a 5-minute timeout if I ever seen one.
Well, there's a question. So if you go to Morton's, like a Chateaubriand to me is one of my favorite steak cuts ever. But you only have so many restaurants that actually carry a Chateaubriand.
I'm actually probably with Matt on this one. You got your ribeye.
It's the only steak I'll eat. It's the only steak I'll eat.
Yeah,
a nice juicy.
When I go to Gordon's, I'll get the ribeye. The ribeye is very good. I love a Chateaubriand at Gordon's. It's probably the best steak I've ever had.
I don't like eating meat lately, though.
It's the children's steak.
What?
The filet.
What do you mean? This is a children's steak. It's the classy man steak.
No, it's not.
It is absolutely. There's a reason why it's so expensive and delicious.
At least get a porterhouse, so you got the what would that be? The strip and the filet.
Yeah, strip your own filet. I don't want to hear about it.
Ribeye's the best.
58. What'd you say? 58-55. Michigan State within 3 with 11:51 to play. Okay, I see 58-52, but okay, I'll trust you. Awkward. What the fuck is a Chateaubriand? I didn't want to ask it. It's French. it's only from a French cow.
No, it's a cut of the steak, which is basically on the 2 most expensive parts of the meat. So it's essentially a part filet and it's a part very expensive tenderloin. Yeah, it has the same texture.
I've had that, I think, actually, come to think of it.
So it comes through. So you end up getting what you call a half. It comes like this there, and then one side is the filet, and then the other side is there. So
well, I met a cow.
Morton sells it like a la carte for a couple $100. And the only reason I've ever had it in my life is because when I was working at an investment firm and it was my anniversary, and my partner said, "Hey, we forgot to give you something. Here's the credit card. Have a dinner." And we went to Morton's, and it was the most expensive dinner I've ever eaten with me and myself and my wife. We put up a nice 4-figure bill for just the 2 of us. We had everything essentially on the plate at Morton's, and the food was spectacular. Yes.
So I met a cow a couple weeks ago.
You met a cow. Okay.
We'll get to that in a minute. So I said to myself, this cow is so nice. Cows are very sweet animals. They really are. And I pet the cow and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to eat red meat. Then today I get Mexican. I got a brisket enchilada. I mean, I just can't keep. I just can't keep it. I went to a petting zoo with my daughter. Pet a cow.
Okay.
It was a nice cow.
Cows are nice. Just make sure you wash your hands afterwards.
I'm just not going to eat one. I don't like eating them anymore after you meet one, right? Like fish are dumb. Most fish are stupid, right? Oh, a whale's not a fish. A whale is really smart. Killer whale's brilliant. Orca's brilliant.
All right. So now I'm going to talk commercial here. I think it's absolutely. I'm going to 1 second because I'm adjusting. You said the whale. The whale was a commercial. You have narwhal that comes and gets the cell phone, and he says,
"And the dolphin."
Okay, yes. It's in the Mellow commercial of him getting a statue with Dwayne Wade has to be the biggest slap in the face to the Miami Heat organization that you've ever seen.
How did we go from fish to this?
Because there's a commercial with the Norwal who gets a cell phone and tells him about going to Credit Karma.
Yeah, but that's not a real narwhal, Fox. It's a fake narwhal. Narwhals can't get out of the water and talk.
You think Gary Copeland, they don't have the ball points?
No, I don't know what your criteria is here for the biggest knock, but I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying it's the biggest knock because you have what happened to Dwayne Wade in the statue.
Yeah.
In the Miami, and he's literally on the commercial, and they're I don't know if you're unveiling the Mello statue, and it ends up to be like 6 inches tall. And all he's going is, yeah, Lil Mello, perfect. It looks just like him. Yeah, perfect. I mean, how did you think the Heat had to feel like when he did a commercial about how bad our statue was outside the?
It's a bad statue. It's not as bad as the MLK Memorial in DC because they made him white. That's the worst. That's the worst monument in all of Washington DC, and it's not because the man wasn't great. It was because they made the dude white. Like they couldn't even. They made it in China, and they sent it over here, and it was just a disaster. Absolute. Time to get on Boston first half. Oh, that would be the Bruins, not the Celtics. Michigan State making a run. Fox is gonna. I mean, you should ride me for that one, but it's a 1-point game with 10 to play.
Yeah.
So we got a game. Gerardo, what up, Gerardo? Betting Inter Miami.
Yeah, I was gonna look. I forgot to look at that. Did they actually play anybody today? I mean, they're playing a Chevy car commercial. So I mean,
what?
They're playing the Cavaliers.
What's with you and all your commercials lately? You're talking about real narwhals out of water.
I think Fox thinks we're all watching the same thing. Like we're watching his TV.
I feel like we're not watching what Fox is watching.
No, we're definitely not.
Are you watching MLS?
It's not on. That wasn't even on my TV. That was just in my head. That's something I wanted to bring up on. And go, yes, yeah.
Kelly's saying future games take the Celtics in the first half. Again, 25 minutes from the Lakers and the Knicks, probably about 35 minutes in real life. Coming up the top of the hour, we're going to get out of here. We're going to hand it over to Johnny and Tommy. So make sure you stay on the YouTube channel here at Nuke the House. If you are not already on it, come on over. Make sure you ring the bell, hit the bell. That means subscribe, apparently. And then Ohio Skibbity Riz. And then after that is the NASCAR prop show.
You threw a Skibbity Riz in there.
Oh my God. It is so great because I volunteer at my kids' school 2 days a week. They tell me they're bad words. Like Skibbity Riz is not a bad word. Skibbity toilet. Ohio Skibbity Riz. None of these are bad words. But these kids talk like they're missing a chromosome, I feel like. But what the hell does Ohio Skibbity Riz even mean? Why would you say that? I'll tell you why, because it's fun.
Yes. I will tell you this one. Yeah.
Gen, what are we? Gen Alpha? Yeah, we're on to Gen Alpha now. Now Gen Beta is coming along. You know who Skibbity toilet tonight? The Sixers.
Yes.
I think Skibbity toilet might actually be good though.
This Bulls one is actually still there. I can't believe we are still for the rest of the half. We got 3 minutes left. We're still trying to get Bacelis to score 1 point.
Did we lose the bet, Fathead? Are we done there?
Well, he had 35 and then he got pulled.
Cole Anthony.
He's at 20 and he got pulled.
Yeah. And then I should have taken the 19.5 minus 45, but I can't do that at that price.
Not dead. I mean, they went to Anthony Black. Why? I don't know, but okay.
Knicks Lakers off the board. Then there's got to be some news coming out of the Knicks. Okay, here we go. OG is starting for the Knicks. There you go. OG, Hart, Cat, Bridges, Brunson. Precious is inactive. So Precious inactive. OG is starting.
Interesting game.
And I don't see any news on Mitch Rob. Mitch Rob must be in then too. So maybe that's why it went down, that somebody might have known. that this was going to happen.
I'm interested to see what it comes back up as.
3. It
Why?
should be 3.
Why? It was 2.5 when you didn't know if they're playing.
Well, they just added they just took him down a peg.
So Precious Achua
is worth a ton of points in this game. Precious is the key. Precious was the key. Precious is no longer the key.
Yeah, so we're sitting here looking at Precious Achua here.
I'm going to be so pissed off if I'm watching this game and Luka's cold and the fucking Lakers get blown out. I'm just going to go to bed. No, I'll finish season 4 of Yellowstone, then I'll go to bed.
I start
Habs goal. Good job, Mel. Where are we on Buffalo, Zargs? And Kelly, Philly with Maxey problems. Okay, Philly without Maxey, real problems.
Well, and again, like we talked about, I think Maxey wanted to take a seat anyway.
Yeah. You know who took a seat? Zion with 10 points.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 points with the 8 minutes left. I've watched him score bucket after bucket plenty of times. I think he's capable of still getting this number.
Okay. Do you think he's as fat as he usually is?
No, he's at the lowest he's been. He's 263 right now.
Does he have a tapeworm or something, or is he actually working at it?
I'm guessing it's part of his diet. I really haven't asked to see what his tapeworm status
If you're fat and you want to lose weight, because a lot of fat people are happy being fat. That's great. But if you're fat, I highly recommend, if you want to lose weight, use a tapeworm. That will cut 20 pounds off you probably.
But you don't have to do that anymore. You just have to take the Ozempic.
Exactly. In the day and age of Ozempic.
Too many side effects. Too many side effects. Tapeworm.
There's a couple different ones. My wife takes that stuff, and it's been fine.
I'm sure she did not want that information being publicized to the world.
What?
She's aware of it. Yeah.
That she's on some form of Ozempic. How do you get rid of a tapeworm, though?
It's disgusting.
Anti-parasite drugs and surgery. So as long as you can get the anti-parasite drug, you're fine. You're right. Yep. I was about 4 points off on my high school GPA to get into medical school. So
I will say, if you YouTube it, there's a different way, but okay.
Which is what?
If you watch some of the ones where they like use different foods to get it out and then pull it out, like in other countries.
Yeah, that's gross. I'd be upset at the tapeworm, but I'd also be happy that it made me lose weight.
Yeah.
Ozempic will mess your face up, she says. Gerardo's got a wife on Ozempic or something like it. Yeah,
it's not Ozempic. It's pulled back, and it's something she wanted to do. So
okay.
More power to her.
By the way, is Zion gone after this year?
No.
That's a good question.
You can't give him the big contract, can you?
They already did.
They did. They signed him to a long-term deal?
I believe so. I'm checking right now. But
he's going to get fat again then. As long as he stays away from Mariah Mills, because you want to talk about someone that put weight on.
Yeah, 5-year, $200 million.
Yeah, I thought he signed it at the beginning of the year. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Okay, well, Mariah Mills has got to needs a tapeworm too.
Yeah, his restricted free agent is 28, 29.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at 39 million next year, 42 million the next year, and 44 million the year after that.
Sparty up 4 with 8 to play. Leading Iowa. That's sad for me. Well, I didn't bet it, but it's almost like a non-spoken gentleman's bet with Fox. All right, I'm getting rid of the Celtics Sixers thing. Tatum at 35 3/4.
Yeah, I do agree. I like that Jared Vanderbilt 4.5. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give that as a play.
Rebounds?
Yeah.
God, this freaking hiccups. Maybe I got a tapeworm in my stomach.
Oh, I had something. We still don't know really what I had, but I'm just taking medicine. So.
But you're okay, right? Everything's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking 6 medicines right now. I can stop some of tonight.
My favorite thing is you're taking a medicine to counteract the other medicines.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. that I have to take a ulcer thing so I don't get ulcers because the other medicine I'm on gives you ulcers.
Do you want
Do you
me to
mind
throw
if
the
I-
Vanderbilt play in the chat?
What?
Do you want me to throw the Vanderbilt play in the chat, or is it a personal
Yeah,
play?
throw the Vanderbilt play in the chat.
Full unit?
I took a half on it. It's
Okay, so that is plus 114 on FanDuel to get Jared Vanderbilt 5 rebounds. Don't bet the 5+. It's a worse number. Just bet the actual numbers. I feel like it's my public service announcement. Take tapeworms if you want to lose weight. And
Yeah. Do you mind if I bring the conversation back to sports?
I mean, we have to.
So I heard
all
a
I'll
piece
say
of
is since we started talking about tapeworms, the numbers gone up.
I came across a piece of trivia recently, and I thought, wow, that is a perfect trivia for, Thursday nights.
Okay.
So I'll start with just the question, and then we'll decide how deep we want to dive into it. How many quarterbacks are in the Hall of Fame? I was shocked at how low the number was.
Why would I know that? 26.
Fox?
Let's see. We'll go with 34.
It's 27.
Oh, nice.
Told you.
Now, do we want to try and name all 27?
No, because that'll just take too long.
Okay.
I'd name
Who's
all
the worst quarterback in the Hall of Fame? That's what I want. I mean, I know we can go back to like Sonny Jurgensen and all those dudes.
Right.
Did Jim Plunkett ever make it? Jim Plunkett won 2 Super Bowls, man. That guy was a good quarterback. Tom Flores won a couple Super Bowls. He didn't. I don't know if he got in either.
Hang on.
Of all the Hall of Fames, the NFL Hall of Fame is the least interesting to me. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame up in Toronto when we were up there.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's cool.
That was a lot of fun.
I mean, yeah, you guys, there's a quarterback, Sammy
Baugh.
Yeah.
Sammy
He
Baugh.
was a quarterback, a defensive back, and a punter.
But he was actually pretty good. He was with the Redskins.
Yeah.
He was a great player. But yeah,
Yes.
Sammy Baugh.
You got,
Y.A. Tittle's in there. All right, now we got to do it. Okay, now we got to do it. We got Tittle, Baugh, and who was the other guy I said?
Hang on, I'll pull up a Sporkle.
Sammy Baugh and the hell is the other quarterback I just said? Sonny Jurgensen. Okay, and is Manning in yet? Manning already had his, right? He's been gone a while.
Yeah, I think so.
Manning, Montana, Young. I mean, you just go team by team on this one. Manning, Montana, Young, Marino,
Greasy.
Grease. Okay, Greasy. Namath, like Maddie said. Any Giants quarterbacks in there? Y.A. Tittle,
Jim Kelly,
Jim Kelly.
Marino,
Yeah, we did Marino.
Boomer
Warren
Esiason.
Moon. Esiason's in the Hall of Fame? No.
Yes. I remember his speech.
Moon, Esiason.
You haven't said Aikman yet, or Bradshaw.
No. I mean, Phil Simms is in the Hall of Fame, which is a joke.
Tarkenton. Got to be in there.
Eli Manning,
Sims is in.
Eli's not in yet.
Phil Simms,
Brady and Eli will be in there.
Terry Bradshaw,
I just said that.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah,
Not
we
in
got
yet.
all those. Unitas.
I'm just
1,
going
2,
team by
3,
team.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only got
Driscoll.
17. Who?
Driscoll.
Jeff Driscoll?
No. No, there's a dude. I don't know why I know this one. This is from he's from like the 60s.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Again, Y.A. Tittle, Sonny Jurgensen, Sammy Baugh, and Fran Tarkenton, and Johnny Unitas. Those are the old guys we know.
Bobby Douglas.
Bobby Douglas in Kansas. Bobby Douglas. I mean, you could just
fact check that one.
really go team by team and figure out exactly who is in. Bobby
Van
Bobby Brister not in. Van Brocklin might be in. Yeah.
Marketing.
Fouts. Nice pull, Maddie. Who?
Nice.
Any other Warren Moon and Aikman from Staubach.
Bobby Lane, that's a good one.
Bobby Lane, okay. Bart
Yeah,
Starr, nice.
Nice.
Favre is in there.
Is he?
Yeah. Starr, Favre. Those guys are in there.
Well, Cole Anthony got 20 and then never came into the game again.
Son of a bitch.
Like I said,
Fathead won us money last night.
Like I said, if he didn't score it before the 7-minute mark, it was done.
All right. Of course, Tommy shows up now. After how many times do you think I read that promo tonight, Fox? For the MMA pod? No, probably 6 times. So I'll say it again and then one more time. That's Deep Pod. Boom. Coming up next, we're getting off the air in about 10 minutes. And then the NASCAR prop show is later on tonight. Tommy and Johnny.
I thought you were supposed to read it like, that's deep.
No, I don't sexualize that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Come on, you sexualize
podcast, dude.
You sexualize everything else. But
not true. I have not. I went 3 shows without it. Last night I did one, and tonight I did one because that New York City police, she was thick with like 5 C's, and she was grinding, and she's got fired.
So that's deep is where we
can't twerk.
Got it.
You can't twerk. Kansas City Chiefs. Len Dawson. We'll go Len Dawson. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Trent Dilfer isn't in the Hall of Fame, is he?
No, that was a joke.
Okay.
So is Matt Ryan. I just got to think of the teams, and then once I think of the teams, we can figure out.
Otto.
Jim Otto?
No, Otto Graham.
Otto Graham. Okay. And Sammy Baugh, and then for the Bears, the old Bears quarterback. God dang it, I can't remember. The
Bears quarterbacks are Bobby Douglas. You could go like Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe wasn't a quarterback, was he?
He played every position.
He doesn't count, does he, Zargo?
I don't know.
How'd you get us on this cockamamie thing? And now we're up to like 26th. We're missing 10 more.
The stupidest thing about the NFL Hall of Fame is their selection process. Is that like there's a minimum and maximum amount of players that can be inducted in a year.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
So who's in the NFC East? We already got Dallas, Washington, the Giants. The Eagles don't have a quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Breeze is not in the Hall of Fame yet. Is he? No, he's been gone for like 2 years.
Yeah, no.
So not yet with Breeze. What about the
Redskins?
Hold on. Anybody from the Bengals? No. Well, Boomer, as he said. Cleveland might have had a really old quarterback in there.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, we already gave them.
Bernie Kosar is probably in there. Vinny Testaverde's in there.
I don't think Kosar isn't in the Hall of Fame. No way. If he is, he got so drunk he lost his statue. No, not a Hall of Famer. Not a Hall of Famer. 59% completion percentage, but it was a
wrong, game. Kevin. I think Otto Graham played for the Browns, if I remember correctly.
Okay. What about the NFC West? Nobody. Well, Kurt Warner played for Arizona. The Rams didn't have anybody. Jim Everett was a good quarterback. Seattle will have Russell Wilson, but Dave Craig was like their best quarterback. John Kitna, and then who's the other team we're missing? Arizona
Rams.
Yeah, no, we already had that.
Yeah.
Okay, so no Browns, and then the South, the Titans. McNair should be in, isn't he?
Really think so?
Steve McNair's got to be a Hall of Famer
for doing what?
For being a great quarterback.
He didn't throw the ball that much.
Yeah, but he ran the ball. Yeah, college football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Cam Newton, maybe. No.
Cam Newton's. Screw Cam
Newton. None of those guys. But the stats are going to be that. No one can't.
Oh, is Archie Manning in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
Probably,
Saints.
yeah. I would think he is. Archie
Really?
Manning's probably definitely in the Hall of Fame, man.
No Falcons.
No. Archie's not in the Hall of Fame.
College football Hall of Fame.
Correct. As well as the New Orleans Saints Hall of Fame.
That's a lot of guys that we named.
Kurt Warner.
We
Kurt
already
Warner.
had him.
We already said him.
Any other teams in the South? I don't think so.
No.
Well, there's no Bucks quarterback in there, and
Yeah.
there's no Dolphins quarterback except for Marino.
Stabler for the Raiders.
You're wrong. Put some respect on the 17-0 1972 Dolphins, Fox.
Yes. Okay. Don Strock, you think he's in the Hall of Fame? I don't
No,
think so.
Bob Greasy is.
Okay. All right, it's fine. I'll give
All
you
these
that.
guys are in the College Hall of Fame, but half of them aren't in there. All right. Are you kidding me? Michigan State's up 15.
Yep.
Jeez.
Well, Foxy's got bragging rights. You
Yeah.
are a bit braggadocious, let's face it. I think we're missing the really old guys, is what we're me.
Probably. Guys
Listen.
never even heard of.
Orlando lost. That's terrible. Why is that terrible? Because let me just sit the Bulls with the win are in the playoffs right now. They're in the
Get
play.
Out of here. Are you serious?
They're the 10th seed in the East at 24-38.
All right. Draymond's gonna fuck us tonight. That's kind of annoying. Amen has he's got 8. Oh,
We need
He's
4
got-
points from Cam Thomas, who just came back in the game for the last 4 minutes.
Zion's got 10. We're basically at the end of the third.
Yeah, it's not going well.
Yeah, tonight's not going as well as last night, but tonight's still decent, and the Lakers game's going to make or break it. Buffalo lost 6-5, but again, we put a flyer on that at 5-1. Yeah, we knew that could go down in flames, but you're going to give me that price, like Zargo said. I'm gonna hit it.
Yep.
Is Miko Rantman getting traded, Zargs?
They said if they couldn't get a long-term deal done before the deadline, they were going to trade him. I have not heard any news though of either thing actually happening.
Didn't they just trade him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Colorado
but
traded him
said
to
if
Carolina.
If we can't sign him a long-term deal, we're going to move him.
Yeah. All right. We got 5 minutes left in the show. We'll talk Lakers Knicks one more time. But again, coming up in 5 minutes, the That's Deep Pod MMA that'll be posted on YouTube on our channel right here, Nuke the House. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, you'll get all the notifications. And then Lakers, again, I think we should just talk about things. On the injury front, the Lakers are playing everybody. Rui's still out, but that's that. And then Precious is the only guy that's sitting out for the Knicks. Mitch Rob active, but more importantly, OG. And again, I like Luka over 3.5 threes. I don't know if the number's there anymore. And then I like the Lakers -3, but Fox, everybody's talking about how fishy the line is. I don't feel great about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, again, I still don't mind taking it because the Lakers have been winning game and the Knicks have been losing to winning teams. So I mean, there's a reason I'm still have a pretty nice sizable position on the Lakers money line. I like Luka's assist, LeBron's rebound 7.5. I mean, I'd try to get that live, see if there, because right now it's pretty juiced. So I do like Jared Vanderbilt's rebound, especially if he plays. He gets nice, dirty enough, creates enough technical fouls. If I can take that somewhere, I'd probably take that too. The other play that I took personally, I'm on Dalton Connect to get 2 threes at plus money for half unit. Other than that, I mean, we're going to see. I'm going to look for some spots where we can get this live. Karl Anthony Towns rebounds is probably not a bad look, but it's pretty high. It's 12.5, similar to like what we got Jokic on last night. He came out. He had 16, 18, and 18 in 3 of his last 5. It's just a question of how good the defense shows up here for the Knicks.
All right. Yep. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Nope.
All right. So I'm going to post here again. We're going to get out of here. That's deep MMA pod. If you are an MMA fan, I just put it in the chat, the link, copy, paste, throw it in there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the like button on the show. And then we got the NASCAR prop show coming up after that. So a lot still going on. Zargs, anything happening with you, pal? Can I get an NHL short tomorrow?
Already sent it, my man.
Oh, look at you. Beautiful.
And I would advise the people, jump on it now. Winnipeg Jets money line -110. Some books it's already up to -120, but go ahead and DraftKings book it now because you will not get that number in the morning.
Okay, what is it again?
Winnipeg Jets money line.
Jets money line. Okay. Very good. What'd you get that at? DK?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, thanks to everybody hanging out. Hopefully the Lakers Knicks bets come in big time tonight. That'll be great. And outside of that, we can end with Terry Rozier. Did you guys see what that guy did last night? Is he throwing games again? He looked spastic. That might have been the worst performance. If you guys are on X, you just type in Terry Rozier. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay. MMA pod. That Steep is next. Right after that, we got the NASCAR prop show.